done calling the got done calling the Eagles and Ravens game, and that game was really good as well. So we have a really good matchup tonight, as we have the two top MVP contenders going neck to neck, going toe to toe, in Lamar Jackson and the Ravens taking on the Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. This game is one of the most highly anticipated games in the NFL, as this game will decide who will be MVP likely on the year. But this game is going to be very hot. It's going to be very heated. It's going to be really freaking good. I'm loving what I'm seeing from this matchup as the early preview. But we'll see what happens with this game. We're going to give my pal Steven a call at the halftime of this game. So we'll do that. But stay tuned into the stream for that later on at halftime. But this is going to be really fun. I'm really excited for this game. This game is going to be very, very good. And I'm very excited about this game. The Ravens going toe-to-toe with the Baltimore Ravens. And I do believe this game is going to be one of the best of the week. Hopefully, I do have the Bills in this game. I do believe the home field advantage is going to help them in their favor. But we'll see, what happens. I'm 2-1 on the week so far. So let me go to my notes here. Let me go to here. So I got that one right. So the only one I have left is this game that's going on right now. So the winner of this game will of course go to Kansas City to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. And this game is very highly anticipated. We'll see what happens with this side, but this game is going to be fuming with fireworks. So we'll see, of course, what ends up happening in this game. So we'll see what ends up happening, but let me go. We're about to get started into this game. I'm seeing right now if I have the right link. Let's use this. Okay, so I'm going to get this. Okay. But man, we got a really good game going on today. So, man, we got a really good game ahead of us right now. This game is going to be really good. So, we'll see what happens. And let me know if the link works on everyone's side. Let me know if the link works properly. Let me see if this works. I'm just seeing if it works on my end, so that way I can get it there. Okay, it does work. So now we will see what ends up happening in this game. Josh Allen and the Bills preparing to take on the Baltimore Ravens, the most anticipated game of the week. So we'll see what happens here. And we'll see what happens. Okay, so Bills and Ravens, the last game of the divisional weekend. The winner of this will go to take on the Chiefs. So we'll see what happens there. sorry guys. My pups were barking a little bit. It's what as expected, but we'll see what ends up happening here. But we'll see what Josh Allen and the Bills can do. This game is the most anticipated game that we have this week. This is going to be deciding who will face the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. It's either going to be the Ravens or the Bills. We'll see what happens there. But we'll see what happens. But Bills, they are about to go neck to neck with the Ravens. They are going against one of the best running defenses in the league. They need to be able to get up there and stop the run if the Bills have any chance of going into this game. I already got the hiccups. But this game is going to be really, really good. I'm very excited about this matchup. Two MVP contenders going head to head. I'm going to grab my water really quick. But, yeah. Okay. Got my water. Got all good to go. Let me get my puppy ready. Put Sean up here. But, yep. Here's my little pup Sarabi. Her and I will be watching the game very closely, seeing how things go. But we're still moments away from kickoff. So we'll see, of course, what ends up transpiring in this game. This game is very key because whoever wins this will go to take on the Chiefs. So we'll see, of course, who that will be. Is it going to be Derrick Henry and Lamar and the Ravens? Or is it going to be Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills? This game is going to be very good. It's very highly anticipated. And we're about to get started here in a few minutes. Two MVP contenders going neck to neck. But this is going to be a matchup for really, really good team. Oh, my. Oh, my. What's up? My little pup. I have Sarabi on my neck, on my shoulder here. Seeing what will happen if I keep her on there. I'm hoping for another Grossi raid because last time I did this, I did get a Grossi raid. So I'm hoping that's going to be the same case this time. Oh, are you barking at the TV? I know. Yeah, Sarabi is very interesting. She barks at animals that she sees on TV, including herself. So she might look at herself on the screen and might bark at herself. So, but the game is about to get started. We're about to get underway in Buffalo. So, of course, last time I called the divisional round when when the Bills were playing, of course they lost. I'm hoping that doesn't happen again. But we'll see what happens here. Oh, what? Oh, shit. All right, we're a few minutes away from kickoff. And I believe kickoff is next. So we'll see what happens there. We'll see what happens. Just waiting on the game to kick off. So we'll see what happens there. Oh, gosh. Probably. Why do you have to look in my ear? But we're preparing for the game, and it looks like we're about to get started. So, Ravens and Bills. This game is very highly anticipated. Let's see who will go to the AFC Championship game and who will be sent home. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson taking on the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. The two MVP contenders right now, and whoever wins this might actually win MVP. We'll see what happens in that award voting. We'll see what happens when it comes to the voting. Two MVP teams going toe-to-toe. Let's see if whoever wins this will go against Kansas City and maybe go to the Super Bowl. So we'll see what happens, but Josh Allen has the home team. The Ravens are the away team. Lamar Jackson, he's been a really good player throughout his time in Baltimore. I do believe this is going to be a really close game. It's going to come down to both Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. It's going to come down to those two. Who makes the most mistakes. Whoever makes the most mistakes is going to end up losing this game, in my opinion. So, Each of these teams have to have mistake-free ball. So we'll see what happens. But the Bills preparing to take on the Ravens. Let's see which team will go to the AFC Championship game, and which team will go home. Oh, you're growling at yourself. I know. Here you go. Alrighty, here we go in Buffalo. Bills, Ravens. We're about to get started, and the fireworks are already going off in the AFC Divisional round. The last game of the Divisional weekend. If you all current viewers do enjoy this, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it all the time. But it appears that the Ravens have won, or I'm not sure who won the toss or who lost the toss yet. But we're about to see who won the toss and who lost it. So the Bills, they come into this game as a underdog, as they've been all year long. They were expected to be in a flat-out rebuild year. Apparently, that is not going to be the case, as they are right now in contention for an AFC title appearance, making their second appearance since 1993 that they've gotten there. It'll be the second time in that span that they've gotten there. So Josh Allen and the Bills are ready. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens are ready. This game has a lot of playoff implications on it, including the MVP conversation. So this game, right now, if I had to say, I think right now it's Josh Allen. I'm hoping it's Josh Allen, but right now I think it's going to be Lamar Jackson. But this game could ultimately decide who wins MVP and who doesn't. So we'll see what happens. It looks like Justin Tucker is warming up. So we'll see what happens. Buffalo fans are in the building. So Bills Mafia is in the building, of course. So the Bills have won the toss. They have elected to defer to the second half. So the Ravens will get the ball first, and the Bills will get the ball in the second half. But going into this game, each of these sides have 130 combined touchdowns, most all-time combined going into a divisional game. And we're underway in Buffalo, and it'll be returned by the Ravens up the right seam, and got hammered. It'll only get to the 27-yard line, and that's about as far as Quinton Mitchell will get. And the Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson will come out onto the field for the first time today. So Lamar, he's had an amazing year. He's almost had 1,000 yards rushing in the postseason. He's had over 4,000 yards passing. This man has been outstanding throughout his time. But we'll see if he wins this. He is 2-2 against the Bills in the playoffs. So, or against 2-2 against the Bills in his career. Let's see who wins this game. Lamar in the backfield has Derrick Henry and Justice Hill in the back. Hand off to Henry. He gets only a yard on the carry, and that's it. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 9 coming up for the Ravens. But this game in the regular season was very lopsided. The Ravens absolutely destroyed the Bills. Bills are trying to seek some revenge after that. And also, they were out with most of their injuries, including Khalil Shakir that was banged up and a few defensive guys. So we'll see what happens here if the Ravens can move the ball as well as they did that Sunday night game. Hand off to Henry again. That time he only gets one again. And that will bring up 3rd down and manageable for the Ravens. But the Bills defense, they've been the thing that has helped this, that needs to get better for this team in the playoffs. They have Matt Milano returning. They have every single person that they need. But can they get the job done? Let's see if the Bills can finally make their second AFC title game in 5 years. So it's 3rd and 8. Coming up for the Ravens. 3rd down and 8. Lamar has the snap. Looks to throw. Has time. In trouble. Pressure's coming. He's going to run out to his right. And he's got the 1st down. Seven brought him down, but it wasn't in time as he got brought down for a first down. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Ravens, and the Ravens get their first down of this ball game. But Lamar is so dangerous with his legs. This was what the main thing was when they beat the Steelers. If he gets off to a running start, he can use his legs dramatically in this game. He can use his legs very well, and that's one of the big upsides about him. So let's see if the Ravens can get their way back to the AFC Championship. Jackson throws it to his left. It is dropped by Henry. And that would have been a first down if that was caught. And that brings up 2nd and 10. Derrick Henry had it right in his hands and just dropped the ball. So, man, that was very close to being a catch. But just went out in and out of his hands. Just like that. So the Ravens make a big time incompletion for the Ravens on their first pass attempts of this game. And Jackson now in the backfield. Jackson rolling out to his left, throws, and it is caught by Andrew, likely, down inside of Bills territory, out to their Bills 21-yard line. And the offense already picking up from where it left off in the game against the Steelers. And they are cooking right now. So the Ravens, they get a big-time first down with Isaiah Likely. Remember, in the game against the Chiefs, he had a toe out of bounds when they were going against them in the week 1 of the regular season. If they would have caught that, if he would have had his toe in bounds, that would have probably been a win for the Ravens, in my personal perspective. But 1st and 10 for the Ravens at the Bills' 24-yard line. Handoff to Henry up the left seam, gets about 2 yards on the gain, and that's it. He's not going to get much after that. And I'll bring up 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Ravens. The Ravens already are moving the ball pretty well. The Ravens have been doing a good job of moving the ball, especially when it comes to Derrick Henry. If they're going to win this game, it's got to be ran to Derrick Henry. It has to be ran to Derrick Henry. They got to run the dang ball. Just like they didn't do in the game against the Chiefs last year in the AFC Championship. They need to do it here against Buffalo. 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Bills. Ravens. 2nd and 8 coming up for Ravens. And Lamar takes the snap, looks to throw, throws it right. It is caught by Likely, and he is brought down for only a gain of 7 and not much after that. Now bring up 3rd down and short for the Ravens. And they might try to run into Derrick Henry. So if the Bills are going to get a stop here, they need to get all their big guys in there and get up front and stop them. That's what they need to do right now. And 3rd down and 3. Jackson looks to throw. Still looking to throw. Throws it and is caught. And that is a touchdown, Ravens. And it's Rashad Bateman for the first touchdown of this game. And the Ravens take the first lead of the day in Buffalo. And the Bills now will get the ball for the first time today after the Ravens score their first touchdown of this game. And already picking up from where they left off on the game against the Steelers. But already the Ravens are up 6-0 right now. They'll be up 7-0 when they make this extra point. Kick is on the way, and it is good right down the middle. And the Ravens lead 7-0 in the first quarter. 10 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. So already 4 minutes in, and the Ravens are already on the board. But we're going to go to the commercial here. Now, man, what a game we've got so far. And let me see if there's any live chats going on right now. Nothing right now. So if y'all want to leave a comment in the chat, be sure to shoot me down in the chat, in the live chat. So we'll see what happens with if the Bills can put up a response. We'll see what ends up happening there. But the Ravens, they got a really good start in this game. Of course, whoever wins this game will go on to take on the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, which the other one, the NFC Championship game, has already been set up, as it will be Eagles and the Commanders. A matchup that no one thought was even possible is now about to become reality in Philly and Washington. I might try and do those games. It depends if I have that day off or not. So we'll see what ends up happening there, but I'm very excited for that NFC Championship game. And I'll have my predictions out in a video on Wednesday at the earliest, on to Thursday at the latest. So the Ravens are already up 7-0 against the Buffalo Bills, and they currently have the lead 7-0 against the Bills with 10 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. So we'll see if the Buffalo Bills can put up a response and if Josh Allen can put up MVP-like numbers in this game, because they pretty much need him this game. So we'll see what happens there. Personally, I don't root against either of these two. I do really want these two each to win a Super Bowl. I really do. But the Chiefs and the Patrick Mahomes, they got to get past them if they're going to make it. They got to get past them if they're going to get there. So we'll see what, of course, happens. But we're about to get back into this game. And the Bills now will get the ball. So Buffalo will have to try to put up a response. The Bills need to get a touchdown to tie it up. But of course, if they can get another score other than that, I believe that might be very key in this game. So all Bills Mafia in there, but pretty much most of them are shocked right now on that first drive. And they're pretty much silent right now. But Josh Allen's about to come onto the field. But Josh Allen, he's been really good. We'll see what he can do in this game. And Tucker kicks it back. And it'll go into the end zone, and that will go out as a touchback. It was Johnson in there. He took the knee. He had an amazing he had an amazing catch against the Broncos in the wild card round. I didn't touch on that, but that catch was amazing by Johnson in that game. But now Josh Allen comes onto the field. Let's see if Josh Allen can do a similar thing on what he did last week. And see if he can get this offense cooking. And see if James Cook can actually cook. So let's see. So Josh Allen has two receivers to the left, one to the right, and Shakir shifts over to the right. Allen takes a snap, looks to throw, throws it down the left side, and it is overthrown. Matt Collins was the intended target, just overthrew him by about a finger. Let's see. Oh, just overthrew him by an inch. That would have been a really good play to start off this drive. So 2nd down and 10 coming up for Buffalo. Joe Brady has been the offensive coordinator since last year, halfway through last year. But we'll see if Joe Brady can cook up something good for this offense. So here we go. Allen hands it off to Cook. Cook gets about 2 yards on the carry, but that'll bring up 3rd down and 8 coming up for Josh Allen and the Bills. The main key that stood in this matchup in Sunday night in the early part of the season was the defenses. If they're going to win this game, the defenses need to stand out. They need to show up and they need to show out. So 3rd and 8 coming up in this game. 3rd and 8 coming up for the Bills. They need to get a 1st down to keep the drive alive. And Allen waiting to take the snap. Allen takes the snap, looks to throw, has time, throws it over the middle, and it is caught by the Khalil Shakir for the 1st down for Buffalo. And he's been a massive piece since the departure of Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis. Khalil Shakir has been outstanding for this team. And also along with the addition of Amari Cooper, that is even better. And let's see if the Bills can keep this going. Handoff to Johnson, gets about 8 to 9 yards on the carry, and that'll bring up 2nd down and short for the Bills. And the Bills already getting off to a flaming hot start on the offensive side. but the offense of Buffalo has been stacked. But many people did not expect this team to perform because of the absence of Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis. Yet they're in the number 2 seed spot and now in contention for a AFC championship berth. So, second down and 2 coming up for Buffalo. Inside of the Ravens 30, Allen hands it off to Cook. Cook running up the middle, gets about a yard on the carry, but that's not going to be much. That'll bring up 3rd and 1 coming up for Buffalo. And Josh Allen, if he's gonna pass this, when he knows that man is going on to the outside, he needs to run the ball right down the throat. And Josh Allen's been really good at this. So 3rd and 1 for the Bills. Let's see if the Buffalo Bills can punch their ticket to the AFC Championship game and get this game tied. And Allen hands it off. Oh, he faked the handoff, but it's going to go nowhere. And it is 4th down and big decision time for the Bills. Do they risk going for it, or do you take the points? I personally would take the points if I was Buffalo. Yeah, I would take the points. Let's see what happened here. Oh, unblocked. 95 went unblocked. So the Raven defense just got to him. But are they going to go for it? They're going for it at the moment. They might just be trying to get him to jump, though. That might be the case. Or they're going for it. 4 seconds to go on the play clock. And they are going for it. Allen keeps it himself. Runs 1st down inside the 20. Allen using his legs for a 1st down, Buffalo. Inside the 20. And first and 10 from the red zone. What a play by Josh Allen. That was amazing. Josh Allen has been outstanding this year. He's had amazing play after amazing play. So this guy, I really hope he gets MVP. I really hope he does. But I think Lamar's going to get it if the Ravens do win this game. 1st and 10 for the Bills. Hands off to Cook. Cook running up to the left. And he's still going down to the 11-yard line, and that will be 2nd down and short coming up for the Bills. But what a good run by James Cook. He's been an amazing man since coming out of Georgia. This guy's been really freaking good, and I've really liked what I've seen from James Cook in the. Oh, and Marlon Humphrey pulled James Cook's hair, and it is an extension of the uniform. So it doesn't qualify as a flag. He really should, though. 2nd down and 2 coming up for the Bills. And Allen hands it off to Cook. Cook is running up the middle. 1st down inside the 10 and down to the 5. And the Bills already in the goal area. 1st and goal, Bills at the 5. Oh, man. And also be sure to like and subscribe for all the viewers. And also be sure to like and comment. So, let's see what the Bills can do. And James Cook, he had 120 yards against the Broncos last week. Let's see if he can probably lead this team as well. And let's see if Josh Allen can do something good here. Allen hands it off to Cook. Cook running up the middle, down to the 1. Almost made it into the end zone and down to the 1-yard line. And what a great run. And when you have that run, you need to run the dang ball. That's what you need to do. 2nd and goal coming up for the Bills. And James Cook is coming off the field. And I think Johnson just came in, or it's Ray Davis. Let's see what the Bills got. It's Ray Davis in the backfield for the Bills, the rookie out of Kentucky. 2nd and goal. Allen hands it off to Davis. Davis runs it in there. Touchdown, Buffalo. The rookie out of Kentucky, Ray Davis, with the touchdown. And the Bills have tied it. Are 1 point away from tying up this game. What a great drive by both sides. And this game is going to be fireworks galore, as we are seeing right now. But with 4 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the first quarter, now the Ravens need to get another answer to retake the lead. Extra point is on the way and is good. The Bills have tied it after a first opening drive by the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. The Bills immediately put up an answer against the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. But let me see if I can get Robbie up more so that you can see her pause when she's laying down. There we go. But yeah. Robbie, when I wasn't in this chair last stream because I was in the bar stool chair. I would have sat in this chair if it wasn't so low. You could only see my head from that area. But I'm in this area just so that way I can have little Robbie girl on my shoulders. So that way she can get a little lay down and y'all can see her as well. So we'll of course have to see. I'm hoping the Bills get the win. I'm really hoping they do. So we'll see, of course, if that happens or not. All right. All right. Let me see if I got any texts yet or not. Nope, nothing yet. Let me check my comments. Nothing in the live chat. Be sure to send me questions in the live chat, and I'll be able to answer them throughout the entire stream. So be sure to send me questions if you have any for me, and I can answer them as well. So we'll see what ends up happening. I'm going to see if a Palomon is tuning in. Let me see. So that's that. Okay. Okay, so Buffalo now gives it back to the Ravens after they scored on each of their opening drives. So we'll see what ends up happening there. So I'm really liking the way that both these sides look so far. And I know that the Miami guy is doing this stream right now. I'm not sure if you know who the Miami guy is that I'm referring to. It's Tyler. A Miami Dolphins fan. He's probably watching this game and hoping that the Bills lose. I personally have the Bills winning this game. Okay. And in another interesting Super Bowl matchup I would love to see is Bills and Commanders. That would be very interesting. And a run back by Quinton Mitchell. And he got trucked! Holy cow! Oh man, he just got leveled. Oh my gosh, what a punishing hit made by the Bills special teams. Oh man. They sent Quinton Mitchell to the dirt. That's where they sent him to. My gosh. Okay, 1st and 10 for the Ravens. I'm trying to put up an answer after a Bills score. 1st and 10, Baltimore. Hand off to Henry. He's not going anywhere after that. It's Ed Oliver in there for the sack. And DeMar Hamlin also in there as well. And 2nd down and 11 now after that. And also NFL honors will be announced on Thursday on Fox and also NFL Network. So I might possibly do that depending on what my schedule is there. And I'm really hoping, and I might do it just because I want to see the awards for myself. So it's 2nd down and 11 for the Ravens. Let's see if the Ravens could do something. Jackson throws one looking deep down the right, and it's intercepted by the former Ram Tyler Rapp. And that is going to be a Bills takeaway, and the Bills will get the ball back, and Jackson with the first mistake of the day. And Tyler Rapp, a Super Bowl champion with the Rams, gets a big-time interception for the Bills, and the Bills get a big takeaway in the first quarter. Let's go, baby. Man, what a play by Tyler Rapp. Let me see if I can get some more people on here. There's something. Okay. All right, I'm going to put Robbie down for a sec. So, come here, Robbie. Come here, baby. Okay. There we go. All right. So, man, we already got a really good game so far. This game is already looking to be pretty dang impressive as of the moment. So let me see if I can get another person on here. There we go. But I'm just seeing if some people are tuning in that's a part of my family. But we'll see what, of course, happens, and also along with my friends as well. But now, this game has been really freaking good so far. I do like the fact that this game is looking really close. I do like these really close games that it comes down to the wire. So we'll see what ends up happening, but we'll see what ends up happening. But the Bills will now have the ball inside of Ravens territory, I believe, if I'm correct. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm just texting between my mom right now. She's at a little store nearby, so. Okay. So it's 1st and 10, and it's outside of Ravens territory, actually. And Lamar Allen throws. It is going to be caught by Dalton Kincaid. First down, Buffalo, and the Bills are picking right from where they left off. And already we're looking pretty dang good right now. Hoping that the Bills can get to the AFC Championship game once again. Let's hope that they can do that. So I'm hoping that the Bills get there. I'm really hoping. I'm really rooting for them. All right. 1st and 10 for the Bills after the first down on the first play of that drive. So 1st and 10 for the Bills inside of the Ravens territory at the 46. Hand off to James Cook. He's not going to go anywhere. Loss of 2 on the game, on the carry. And now bring up 2nd down and 12 coming up for the Bills. And it's Robinson in there for the tackle for loss. The same person that came out of nowhere and hit Josh Allen after faking the handoff on the 3rd down play on the last drive. So it's 2nd down and 2 now for the Bills. We're tied 7 apiece. Let's see if the Bills can put up an answer. 2nd down and 12. Let's see if the Bills can take the lead. And Allen takes a snap, looks to throw, throws it. It is caught by, I believe it's number 1. I'm trying to think of who number 1 is. Is that Keon Coleman? Or, no, I think he's number 0. Oh, whoops. Oh, but wait, we got a flag on the field, and it's on Buffalo. So that game will not count, as it's a holding call against Buffalo. So it was number 1. Let's see what a holding was. Oh, yep. Room to the ground. That's going to draw it every time. That's going to draw it every single time. if you're gonna do something like that, you do not pull the player down. That's gonna draw it up every time. So 2nd down and 22 now after the penalty. So 2nd and 22, 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. And it looks like maybe there's an offsides or neutral zone infraction. Let's see what the officials call. Neutral zone infraction on the defense. So that'll back them up 5 yards, and that'll bring up another. That'll bring up 5 yards. So that'll make it at least more manageable for the Bills. It'll make it, I believe, like 2nd down and 17. Yeah, 2nd and 17. So 2nd down and 17 coming up for Buffalo. 2nd and 17. Josh Allen communicating with his receivers, probably changing up the play. And Allen takes a snap. He's going to run, but is not going to go anywhere. He is brought down and goes nowhere on that play. And I'll bring up 3rd down for the Bills. And they're backed up all the way back inside of their own zone. So they need to get back into Ravens territory and need to get into range for a Tyler Bass field goal. And there might have been a room for a personal foul for the Ravens. Just threw Dalton Kincaid to the ground. I don't know why there wasn't a flag on that. So 3rd and 17 now for the Bills. And the Bills trying to get a 1st down. Allen in trouble, throws it down the right seam. Incomplete. Down the field, intended for Dawson Knox. Just overthrew him. And that'll bring up 4th and 17. And it'll force the first punt of the day for Buffalo. So the Bills don't cash in on the takeaway by the Bills. They don't cash in on the Tyler Rapp interception. And the Bills now will have to hold on defense again. So it's 4th and 17 now. And it'll be a punt back to the Ravens. Don't do a fake punt this time. Actually do the punt. And it'll be a punt back to the Ravens. And a fair catch signaled by the Ravens. And it'll be caught around the 9-yard line. And that is where the Ravens will start. It's Steven Sims with the catch on the kick return. So that'll be 1st and 10 for Baltimore once we get back. All right. But we're already doing pretty darn good on this. So this game's actually living up to the hype that we were expecting. Let me see where. Okay. So we're waiting for the game to come back from commercial at the moment. Okay. Let's see if the Baltimore Ravens can put up a response. We're still waiting for it to come back from commercial. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Ravens once the commercial returns. Okay. We'll see, of course, what ends up happening. And also, if you feel free to send me questions down in the chat, if you all have the chance to. So It is 1st and 10 for the Ravens. We're still waiting for the commercial to come back from commercial. Still waiting on that. So, my goodness, how long is commercial going to take? All right. Yep. Oh, with Hurts banged up, how will the Eagles do against the Commanders? I mean, that is a good question. Hurts, that is going to be a really good question because we saw already what the Commanders did against Detroit. They absolutely boat raced them. And if they do something similar to what they did against the Lions, I do believe the Commanders have a chance to win that game. They got Bobby Wagner on their side. They got a lot of good defensive guys. I believe that's going to be a really good game. I'm really thinking about who I'm going to go with on that game. But good question, Michael. So, 1st and 10 for the Ravens. And Lamar hands it off to Henry. He's got close to a first down, and he actually got it. And that is a good play by Derrick Henry. As long as they run the ball to Henry, the Ravens can very easily win this game. As long as they run the ball to Derrick Henry. But we'll see, of course, what happens. A little bit of snow, but it's not snowing down too much right now. And there is actually snow in Buffalo as well. So, 1st and 10 for the Ravens at their own 20-yard line around that marker. So, Ravens, it's going to come down to who makes the most mistakes. Whoever makes the most mistakes is going to lose this game. Whoever makes the least amount of mistakes is going to win the game. 1st and 10 for the Ravens. Jackson hands it off to Justice Hill. Hill out to the left. And close to a first down. It'll depend on the spot. And it'll be marked a yard shy of the first down. And that is the end of the first quarter. 2 straight snowball games. And this game is already looking pretty darn good. The first home team ended up winning their game in the Philadelphia Eagles. And now the Buffalo Bills trying to do the same thing. Let me see if there's any other questions down in the chat. Not right now. But be sure to shoot me down the questions in the chat. Be sure to like and subscribe for any new and current viewers. But yeah, Bills, they look pretty good. But I just think they need to win this game. If they're going to get to a Super Bowl, they need to win this game, then go to Kansas City and beat them as well. So we'll see what ends up happening there. My roommate just got home, so the puppies are getting a little excited. So we'll see what happens, but thanks. They got me a little. Oh, what team has the best chance to beat the Chiefs? Bills or Ravens? That's a good one. I mean, the Bills, they do. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold that thought. We got technical difficulties right now. Hold on, Michael. Hold the phone. Oh, what the heck? Let me do local. Okay, let me try that. Hold on. Let me see if this. Come on. Okay, there we go. All right. Now, we already know the Bills beat the Ravens. Beat the Chiefs earlier on. We already know that much. But just from looking at each of these sides right now, I think either of them could have a chance to beat Kansas City. We already saw the Ravens go neck to neck with the Chiefs. They were only a toe away from beating the Chiefs. And if they got that touchdown, they probably win the game. And then for Buffalo's case, they went against Kansas City in Buffalo. I do believe if there's a better chance, if I had to personally say, I believe Baltimore might have a better chance than Buffalo. Although I have Buffalo in this game. But I think, personally, either side could have a good chance to go into Kansas City and beat them. But I just think Kansas City is going to get there regardless, pretty much. But another good question, Michael. But 2nd down and 1 coming up for the Ravens coming up on this drive. And Jackson hands it off to Hill. Hill running up the right. He's got first down and a little bit more. Still running. Brought down at the 38-yard line, and that's where his forward progress will be stopped. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Ravens at the 38-yard line of their own zone. So, but shoot me more questions if you can. But 1st and 10 for the Baltimore Ravens. Whoever wins this game is going to face the Chiefs in the next round, which that game is going to be very interesting to see, say the least. So it's 1st and 10. Let's see if the Bills can get a stop. The defense has been mainly the thing that has let this team down. Jackson looks to throw, in trouble, running out to his right. He's got first down and a little bit more. Oh, he got crunched in between Douglas and Matt Milano. And that, I don't know how people get up after that. I don't know how players get up after those type of hits. And that hit on Lamar Jackson, I don't know how he's not hurt on that play. I don't know how many players survive these hits. But Lamar Jackson, he has to be very careful on the hits he takes. He's got to be very careful. It's 1st and 10 for the Ravens. Let's see if Baltimore can get another score. Oh, Jackson tripped on his own feet, and that is going to be a loss of 4. Lamar Jackson tripped on his own feet. And let's see what happened. Was it an offensive lineman? Oh, he tripped on Linderbaum. He tripped on Linderbaum's leg. It was just out back there too much. That is the worst type of play you can have. Getting tripped by your own offensive lineman, that's the worst thing that could possibly happen. Now it's 2nd down and 14 now for the Ravens. At the 49-yard line of Buffalo, Jackson looks to throw. Throws it. It is caught, but not much on the carry. About maybe back to the original line of scrimmage by Isaiah Likely. Brought down by the man that made the interception, Tyler Rapp. And that will be 3rd down and 9 coming up for the Baltimore Ravens. But that was a good tackle by Tyler Rapp. There we go. Okay, it's 3rd down and 9 coming up for Baltimore. So 3rd down and 9. Jackson looks to throw. Throws it. It is caught. And it's a 1st down for the Ravens. And it is number 6. It is Millen, I think. Miller. I'm not sure. Let me put on captions as well to help out. So it was number 6. It was Miller that made the catch. I'm not sure, very familiar with that guy. So 1st and 10 for the Ravens at the Buffalo 28-yard line. Jackson looks to throw. Pressure comes. Throws. It is almost caught, but incomplete. Andrews bobbled around the ball, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Ravens. Andrews had it in his hands, but just couldn't bring it down. So that was a really bad break. Very bad break for the Bills. And a really good break for the Bills defense. If that would have been caught, that probably would have been 1st down. 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson. He mishandled the snap. He tries to get away, but he is bull cuffed up, and it's scooped up by Von Miller. Miller running it back down to the 30 and tackled inside the 25-yard line. And Von Miller, the 2-time Super Bowl champion with the Broncos and Rams, gets the big play and the 6th fumble by Lamar this season. And the Buffalo Bills get another big-time takeaway. Oh my goodness, what a play by this Bills defense. That was amazing. They got to Lamar Jackson. They knew they had a chance to rip that ball out, and they got it. And now the Bills are in really good territory for their offense. And Bills Mafia is going nuts right now. Dang, let's go Buffalo. I'm rooting for Buffalo right now. But an amazing play by the soon-to-be Hall of Famer Von Miller. But Allen flips it back to Theo Johnson. Johnson running up the side. Oh, wait, no, not Theo Johnson. Johnson, I'm just going to call him that. I'm not familiar with his first name. He gets about a 4 to 5 yard gain on the carry from what I saw. Oh, 3 yard carry. So it's 2nd down and 7 coming up for the Bills. And be sure to shoot me more questions down in the chat if you all have some for me. So it's 2nd down and 7 coming up for the Bills. Trying to improvise on that takeaway. So Allen takes the snap, looks to throw, throws it. It is caught by Shakir down inside of the 10, and it's 1st and goal, Buffalo. And the Bills get 1st and goal, and they are well inside the 10. Oh, shoot. I need to plug the iPad in. Okay, let me see if that's... Hold on. You plug the iPad in. Hold on. There we go. There we go. And Allen hands it off to Cook. Still going. Running up the field. Still chugging. And he is short by 1 yard. I'm not sure if it's plugged in or not. Let me see. Oh, okay. There we go. Yep, it's plugged in. All right. I was just checking. Okay. So the Bills get a big-time takeaway, and now they're only 1 yard away from getting a touchdown. Well, let's see. We'll see what ends up happening here. 2nd down and goal for the Buffalo Bills. And the Bills trying to run it in. Allen keeps it himself, running up the middle, and he is in. And that is a touchdown, Buffalo. And the Bills have taken the lead again. And the Bills have taken their first lead of the day. And 13 to 7, and the Bills have the lead. And 8 minutes and 49 seconds to go in the game. And a big-time play by the Buffalo Bills. And this time, they cash in on the turnover. And they cash in on the takeaway. Extra point is up, and it is good right down the middle. And the Bills lead 14 to 7. But man, what a good play by that defense. The defense of Buffalo was able to strip it away, and then just like that, a few plays later, Josh Allen punches it in for the touchdown. What an amazing play by that young man. Really good play. Let me see if I can maybe turn up the volume just a smidge, so that way I can hear what's going on. Okay. When the game comes back on, I'll unmute it, so that way I can give it a test. I'm not sure if it's alright. I hear some other YouTubers doing it, but I'm gonna give it, or I'm gonna just unmute it when I see a call. When there's a call on the field that's from a referee, I will come back onto this to see. Let me hold on. Okay. But already we got a really good game going on here. Okay. Oh. Ravens must stick to the run if they have a chance. Buffalo shouldn't play nickel defense quite yet. If the Ravens, if in the Ravens, hold on, let me read that. If in the Ravens, I'm running through. Yeah, I've been saying that. I pretty much said at the beginning, if they give Derrick Henry the ball, they're not going to have these situations. They need to give Derrick Henry the ball. Any of their running backs, as a matter of fact. They need to give their running backs the ball whenever they get a chance. Oh, hold on. We got another technical difficulty. Is that... Come on. There we go. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So the Bills right now lead 14-7 at the moment. And a return on the side by Quinton Mitchell. And he's brought down out of bounds up to the 35-yard line. And that's as close as they're going to possibly get. So Josh Allen will now be on the sideline again. And Lamar Jackson will be the quarterback on the opposite side of the field. Okay, let's see if Lamar Jackson and the Ravens can put up an answer. And also be sure to shoot me down any questions that you guys might have. So, also Lamar Jackson has 4 starts in 8 games with 2+ turnovers. So, we'll see if that is going to come into a factor in the game as the game goes on. 1st and 10 for the Ravens. Lamar has time, looks to throw, in trouble, has to run, and he's going to run and gets the first down and just get brought down out of bounds, but there's no flag on the play. And oh boy, we got some pushing and shoving on the sidelines, and there's no flag on that. There's no flags to be found anywhere. Oh, that should have been rough in the pass. That should have been a late hit. I think that's what Rottenberg, that offensive lineman on the sideline, was trying to indicate. And he's just standing up for his quarterback. And 1st and 10 for the Ravens. Jackson hands it off to Henry. Henry running up the middle and gets a 7-yard carry. And that'll bring up 2nd down and short. But the Ravens have had a few miscues. They've had open guys, but just can't seem to have guys haul it in. They, of course, threw that interception to Tyler Rapp. And then, of course, had the fumble that led to a touchdown later on by Josh Allen. So it's 2nd down and 4 coming up for the Ravens. They're down by 7 right now. The last 2 drives have been turnovers with an interception and a fumble. 2nd down and 4. Lamar hands it off to Henry. Henry trying to get through the guys. Almost got, I think he might have gotten the 1st down. It'll depend on the spot. And they're ruling it as short, so that'll bring up 3rd and short coming up for the Ravens. 3rd and 1. Just run the ball to Derrick Henry. That's all you got to do. Run the ball to Derrick Henry and you'll be fine. Okay, it's 3rd and 1 for Baltimore. So we'll see if the Ravens can cash in on this drive. And a timeout called by John Harbaugh and the Ravens. 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the first half. So this game could likely either be tied or someone has the lead at the end of the first half. So this game is going to be really interesting. And also stay tuned as I'm going to give my pal Steven a call at the half. He's got to talk Hopefully he picks up this time. Okay, it's 3rd and 1 coming up for the Baltimore Ravens. But John Harbaugh has had 8 career road wins in the postseason. And it's a run of the middle. Did he get there? The Ravens are indicating they did, but it will depend on the spot. From telling where they are right now, it does look like it's a first down, and it is. First down, Baltimore, inside of the Ravens' inside of Buffalo's 45-yard line. It was a handoff to Mark Andrews up the middle. They've been doing that for a few weeks. They've done it. They did that in the game against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they were doing really good. And it looks like that Bill is being carted to the locker room. I'm not sure on who that guy is. Turning on captions as well. And Jackson has time, floats one deep, end zone caught, and down to the 2-yard line. It's Rashad Bateman and a 1st and goal for the Ravens. What a play by Lamar Jackson. Going downfield, finding his man in Rashad Bateman for the catch, and very close to being a touchdown. And I think it was Rasul Douglas that brought him down. Yep, it was Rasul Douglas. So it is 1st and goal for the Ravens. They're going to run this quick. And it's 1st and goal from the 2 of Buffalo. And they are going to run up the middle, and it is snuffed up immediately, gobbled up behind the line of scrimmage. And that'll be a loss of 1. And oh boy, we got a little chirping going on. And hopefully the Ravens don't get too cocky and get a flag thrown on them. And man, still no flags, even with all that chirping? Man. It is 2nd down and a goal for the Ravens. But oh my goodness, I thought that personally should have been a flag. I don't know why the refs are not throwing any flags. 2nd down and goal for the Ravens at the 3-yard line. Handoff up the middle to, it's a fake handoff. Oh, that should be a flag. And it's brought down and sacked. And that will be a loss of a few yards on the play. Ed Oliver wanted a flag for holding, and I thought that should have been. I saw it myself. That should have been a blatant hold. And if that would have been a touchdown, you would have heard the boos rain down in Buffalo. You would have heard the boos rain down. But good news is they got there and got to the quarterback. So 3rd down and goal for the Ravens. Trying to get a touchdown, but the Buffalo Bills trying to stop them. Down to the 8-yard line. 3rd and goal for the Ravens. Can they cash in? Jackson looks to throw. Has some time. Throws it. It is caught. Batted around in the air. Was that intercepted? No, it's incomplete. It is 4th and goal now. The Buffalo Bills make a goal line stand. And as of the moment, they right now have stopped the Ravens. And there was another hold that should have been called. How many holds are they missing? My goodness. I've seen right now 2 holding calls that have been missed. I would have thrown the flag if I was in there. But 2nd down and 6. 4th down and goal. But it's a 26-yard attempt, and it is good. And the Ravens cash in a field goal. And that makes it 14-10 with a few minutes to go in the first first half. With 3 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the first half. But man, we already got a really good game here in Buffalo, and it's going to come down to the wire. But be sure to shoot me down in the comments with any more questions that you guys might have for me, either on the playoffs, on how they're shaping up right now, and also maybe about teams in the future, like any of the other teams, teams that are not in the playoff picture right now, on what they should do in the offseason. shoot me down any questions that you have in the comments during these commercials. Yes, I'll be happy to bypass the time. But we're going to call my pal Steven at the half. So we'll see, of course, what ends up happening before then. But this game's already been really freaking good so far. It's certainly lived up to the expectations of this game. So we'll see if that continues. Also, you got the national jam. Oh, how will the Seahawks address offensive line? Oh, yeah. Well, the offensive line, this is a really interesting one. The offensive line primarily was not healthy most parts of the year. I do believe they need one or two more guys up there. In the draft, I know lots of people are looking at Calvin Banks Jr. I wouldn't take a chance on him because of his injury report. He's been injured a lot, and I wouldn't take my chances on him. If I'm looking for an offensive lineman in the first round, I'm probably looking for another Texas O-lineman, Cameron Young. That's the guy I'm looking at. If we go after an offensive lineman, I would want that guy. And as far as like the other offensive line goes, I think we just need another blocking tight end. I think we might need another blocking tight end, which could be like Mason Taylor from LSU, could be like an L. Stowers from Vanderbilt, and it could be anybody. But the main thing I feel that needs to be addressed is the defensive line. The run defense has been the main struggle for Seattle every year. Go out, if we don't go after offensive linemen in the first round, I would go after Walter Nolan. Walter Nolan is one of the best Ole Miss pass rushing units in Ole Miss. They led the SEC in sacks. They led them in pressures. Go after Walter Nolan if you're going to go after defensive guys. Get Walter Nolan and build up the offensive linemen in the second round. That would be my personal perspective of things. I do believe the Seahawks might try to go after another quarterback in the draft if they don't get one in free agency. One guy I'm looking at is Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart, another Ole Miss Rebel. He's been really good, and I like what I'm seeing from Jackson Dart. I was a little hesitant of him going before last year, but looking at him right now, the main game that made him stand out was the game against Georgia. So I'll be happy if Jackson Dart was a quarterback for Seattle in the future. So we'll see what ends up happening there. Oh, two people got Super Bowl tickets to the NFL, and also got a hotel room in New Orleans. Also, New Orleans had that attack in the city during the Sugar Bowl, so hopefully everyone in there is okay. Also, prayers out to LA for the wildfires going on in Los Angeles. So, 1st and 10 for the Bills. Allen throws. It is caught behind the line by Cook. Cook running up the side. He gets 8 to 9 yards on the carry. And a good run by James Cook. And what a good run. But be sure to shoot me down any more questions, Michael, if you have any for me. So So I think it was either Damar Hamlin or it was Tyler Rapp. One person's going back. So I think it was Tyler Rapp that got hurt. I think they're taking him back to the X-ray room, checking him out. And if that's a loss, that's going to be a very big key. Run to Ray Davis. Davis breaking the scene. First down, a lot more down inside of Ravens territory. Ray Davis has been one of those sneaky rookie picks. Ray Davis has been a really good player. I've said this on a variety of occasions. Ray Davis, this guy looks really good. And with him in Buffalo, with that dual threat running back position in Buffalo, with James Cook and Ray Davis, that is a dangerous running back duo right there. So if that duo can get going, they could cook this game. They could really go off. And Ray Davis already has a touchdown today. And first and 10 inside of Ravens territory at the 47. Hand off to Davis again. He's still going. Oh my gosh. He got popped in the waist, and he got the first down, and a Raven player is hurt on the play. It was slow to get up. But Is he still down hurt? And it's the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, but man, what a run by Ray Davis. This brother's been outstanding this week. My goodness. Well, be sure to shoot me down questions since we're at the commercial. But any questions regarding any of the other teams around the NFL will certainly suffice. But yeah, this game is looking really good so far. The Bills have a chance to put up a score before the half, so that would be huge. But the Bills, I think they need to get some kind of score. If it's a field goal, that would be nice. If it's a touchdown, that would be even better for that offense to get some more confidence up in that room. Okay, so the Ravens currently right now have 2 turnovers and the Bills have none. So hopefully the Bills can keep protection of the ball and they can continue what they've been doing on the defensive side. What QB should Seattle trade for this offseason? Well, before the Sam Darnold game against LA, I was looking at a trade for J.J. McCarthy. That's what I was originally looking for. But I don't think that's going to happen now because Sam Darnold's going to be let go of Minnesota, and they're not going to bring him back. And I do believe they're going to move forward with J.J. McCarthy. One guy I would say, though, this is a guy I've looked at since the 2022 draft. He was drafted by the Tennessee Titans and then traded to the Packers. I'm thinking Malik Willis. Malik Willis is a really good dual threat QB. We already saw him with a good system in Green Bay. If he has that system in Seattle and has those weapons, imagine what Malik Willis could do. Malik Willis, I believe we should try to go after him, see if we can make a trade with the Green Bay Packers for Malik Willis. If that happens, I most certainly think he would be the guy. If we can't get Jackson Dart. If we can't get Jackson Dart, then I would go for Malik Willis other than that. But it's 2nd and 1 for the Bills at the what yard line? 38-yard line. Handoff up the middle to Cook. Got the first down with ease. And that's a first down for the Bills. But what a good play. Ay. Sorry about the barking in the background. That's my pups. Hold on. Girls, no barking. Sorry, pups. Sorry, guys. They're barking at something. So, Nola, no barking. Okay, 1st and 10 for the Bills. Quick throw to Shakir. Caught. Gain of 4 on the carry. And a timeout called by Baltimore. And they're going to try to get the ball back before the half. Shh. You're all right. You're all right. But 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Bills. But we're going to go to another commercial. But be sure to shoot down some more questions if you have any for me. But we'll see, of course, what ends up happening in this game. This game is going to be really good. Okay. If the Patriots are set with Drake May, would Joe Milton be a fun project to trade? Hold on, let me see. Project for behind, I mean, Joe Milton, I do like what I saw from him against the Buffalo's backups. I did like what I saw from them in that game. I personally would not take my chances because the Patriots, they've been a questionable team all year. I do like Joe Milton, but I would need to see something from him if he was a starter in order to have him in Seattle, if I were to personally speak in that circumstance. But Joe Milton, it's a good idea. I do like him, but I do believe that the Seahawks should try. What I'm thinking is going to happen is they go after a quarterback in the draft, either Jackson Dart or somebody else, maybe Riley Leonard, I'm not sure. Then they go, and then if that doesn't work, they either go out there and trade for Malik Willis or Joe Milton, and then they have him sit behind Geno Smith for a year, then start them the year afterwards. Because Geno has one more year left in his deal. So I personally would let Geno Smith start one more year after this, and then go out next year, the year afterwards, and go and get the quarterback in there for the starting job. Sorry, my pup's barking on the TV, barking at the TV. There, she barks at animals on TVs. So, but any other questions? We're about to come back from commercial, so if you send me a question, I'll get to it when we have a break in the game. Come on, lay down, girlie. Lay down. Lay down. There we go. Okay, 2nd down and 6 coming up for Buffalo. And Allen takes a snap, hands it off to Cook, gets about a yard on the carry, maybe half a yard, but not much after that. It's 3rd down and 5 for the Bills. And the Ravens are going to use their last timeout. They're going to try to get the ball back before the half expires. And another 30-second commercial. But be sure to shoot me some more questions if you have any for me. Okay. So we got 1 minute and 13 seconds left in the first half. We'll, of course, call Steven after this. After the first half expires. We'll, of course, wait and see what happens at that. Okay. All right. We're back at the game, so 3rd and 5 coming up for Buffalo. If they can get a field goal here, that would suffice. But personally, I would go for a touchdown if I was Josh Allen. You need to get up ahead of these Ravens as much as you possibly can. Because you do not want to give Lamar a chance to come back in the game. So 3rd and 5 coming up for Buffalo. Another chance for Buffalo to get a 1st down. Allen has some time, floats it out to his left, going for it, throws incomplete. And there's a flag that came in, and it might be on defense. Is it on the defense or is it offensive pass interference? Let's see who the flag is on. Pass interference on the defense, and that is a 1st down for the Bills inside of the 20. Oh, that is close. I think maybe Coleman might have pushed off. Oh, man. That is questionable right there. I do believe that is a questionable call. But the Bills get a break with that penalty. There's only been 2 penalties called in this game on the Ravens, only 1 on the Bills. So Allen takes the snap, hands it off to Cook. Cook running up the middle, down inside of the 10, and still a minute to go, and they got all 3 of their timeouts. And they are just going to take their time. And it's 2nd down and 6 coming for the Buffalo Bills. Let's see if the Bills can get something in to the end zone in this first half. So we'll see what ends up happening here. 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Buffalo Bills. And Allen takes a snap, running it up the middle himself, gets a few yards, still going, down to the 4-yard line, close to a 1st down though. It brings up 3rd down and short coming up for the Buffalo Bills. And they call a timeout to stop the clock. Really good move by Buffalo right there. Well, it's 3rd and 2 now for the Bills. And remember, who wins this game will go to the AFC Championship game to face the Chiefs. And then the Super Bowl will be happening on Sunday, February the 9th. And it will be at 5:30, so I will be doing that game also. I did the Super Bowl last year, so I'm going to do it again this year. So it's 3rd and 2 coming up for the Buffalo Bills. Oh, man. Allen got hit upside the dang head. And that probably should have been a flag, if you ask me. So it's 3rd and 2 coming up for the Bills. Has a chance to get on the board before the half. Let's see if the Bills can punch it in. And Allen keeps it himself, running up the middle, end zone ahead, touchdown Buffalo. And the Bills cash in, and they lead by a massive margin. And Josh Allen once again running it in himself, taking it in for the touchdown, and the Bills lead 20-10 before the half. Holy cow. What a run by Josh Allen. But Allen's looking really good right now. If he keeps this up and beats Lamar, he's going to be MVP. I have no doubt about that. So let's see if this happens. Kick is on the way, and it's good. 21-10, Buffalo in the lead. And the Bills have a 21-10 lead against the Baltimore Ravens. Let me know if you have any more questions for me before we go to the half, before we hop into the halftime call with Steven. And I might also, before we get too far into halftime, I might go get some water. Hold on, let me move myself real quick. All right. Robbie. Hey, girly. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, could you bring me Nala up? Oh, all right. All right. You don't have to. All right. So, 16 seconds to go before the half. Hey, Nala, come here. Nope. All right. I'll just do it with Robbie then. Oh, Robbie. She constantly tries to fall down my back. So, let's see what happens. Bills receiving in the second half. Ravens defense have to get a stop eventually. Can they do that? I believe they can. The defense of the Ravens has been really good, but we'll have to see what they can do when that second half comes. Because that is going to be the main key of this game. If the Ravens can get up there and stop the run by the Bills and what the Bills are doing, they can probably win this game. But, of course, Buffalo is not Pittsburgh. That's for dang sure. Let me put Robbie on my other side. There we go. There we go. Okay. Just chill out right there. Okay? Okay. Chill right there. And that is the half. So, we are going into halftime. It is 21-10 in favor of Buffalo, and the Bills have the early lead against Lamar Jackson. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Now it's time to give a call to Steven. All righty. Let's get him on the call. Okay. Do that. Let me see if y'all can hear him well.
Antonio, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing, Steven?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I got you.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you, brother?
Doing good. Just chillaxing, watching the game. Of course, on my stream right now. I have a few people in here.
Yeah, I can see you puppy on your shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah, it's what I do. Well, it's for my new chair, so I've just been doing that just to kind of see if it gives another kick for the channel, just to get growth. Yep.
Right.
But man, we already got a good game in Buffalo going on right now. But the Bills right now, their defense has been the main thing that's been helping them get back in this game. Their defense has had a total of 2 takeaways, while the Ravens' defense has had none. What do you think is a key for the Ravens going into the second half?
Well, of course, you're going to have to stop Josh Allen. I mean, look at the man. Gunning, scoring touchdowns. I mean, and the thing is that the MVP voting's already been done, and it's over with. So if he doesn't get the MVP, he can always say, look, I went head up with him, and, I scored touchdowns, he didn't, So I personally believe that Josh Allen should get it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you on that, Steven. I said going into this game, I do believe that Josh Allen should be a person to get the MVP. And then, but I thought that Lamar Jackson might get it because, one, he's put up the stat numbers to show it. And two, he's been really good and beat Josh Allen earlier in the season. But, of course, going into this game, I said if the Bills can beat the Ravens, then Josh Allen might be a MVP favorite.
Well, yeah, and you got to think too. I go that you got Lamar and you got Derrick Henry. I mean, that's 2 running possibilities that your defense always has to look out for. And if you're watching for Derrick Henry to run the ball, that leaves a lot open for Jackson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where you don't have that same capability for the Bills. And the Bills are always playing in some bad weather. Buffalo's a tough place to play.
Yeah, you got that right.
So, I mean, anybody can put up the stats that Josh Allen does. He's making it look like it's another spring day out there.
Oh, I had someone just commented here. Josh Allen is from Modesto, CA. Shout out from the farm town kid. Might run away with the MVP tonight. That's Michael tuning in on the chat.
Okay. Well, they already said that the voting's already over with. So, I mean, they
Yeah.
already knew before this game came about which one of those 2 were going to be the MVP. They just haven't announced it yet. But even if Josh Allen doesn't get it and he beats him head up right now, he can come back and say, or everybody's going to come back and say, that Josh Allen should have get it. Look, he beat him head up, and where it counts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get your point there. But shifting topics, I'm sorry to cut you off there. But
No, it's okay.
the biggest surprise of the week, the Washington Commanders, they just went into Detroit and pounded their behinds. I mean, I'm not sure if you expected that or not, because I most certainly didn't.
My pick was Detroit Lions against Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. That's who I.
Mine was Lions and Chiefs. That was mine originally.
Well, you know how I feel about the Chiefs. I'm not a big my homie fan.
Yeah.
I think he's a crybaby. So, he's got all the talent. He's got all the talent. He's got all the tools for them to win. But he gets one back home. He slams his helmet. He throws a big fit. And, I'm just not a big fan of his.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But, yeah, Washington Commanders were, unbelievable. I was shocked.
And the main thing was Jaden Daniels. They didn't even have a single turnover that game, while the Detroit Lions had 4. I think that was the main key that gave the Commanders the win. Just having a mistake-free game. That's all they needed to do.
Correct. Absolutely correct. Turnovers when you get to the state, when you get to the playoffs and your professional team, sometimes it comes down to the fumbles, the turnovers, the interceptions.
Yeah, and the injuries on the defense of the Detroit Lions actually started to show that game. They actually started the show.
Oh yeah, yep. So it was good. I mean, there's been some good playoff games. It isn't like we're watching a bunch of blowouts.
Yeah. And then also, another game I wanted to touch on was the game that we just had seen. The Eagles and the Rams. It went down to the wire at the last few seconds, the last few minutes. But the Rams, they couldn't get it into the end zone at the last second because if they would have gotten the touchdown and the extra point, they would have won the game. But
it's tough. It's tough to start snowing like the snow bowl out there.
yeah,
It's like in a globe.
yeah, pretty much.
So and you get a West Coast team that's not used to playing in that. You know, now all of a sudden you're talking, two different. It's not like two East Coast teams playing against each other. You got a West Coast against the Philadelphia team that's probably used to playing in the snow more than they are.
Yeah, and they did win a snow game against Detroit a few years ago. I do know that much.
Yeah.
But also, I did want to touch on the Steelers because I know that's your team. The Steelers, recent reports came out saying that the Bears tried to attempt a trade to get Mike Tomlin. But, of course, the Steelers ended up declining that option. But do you, I know you're a Mike Tomlin guy, and you're, of course, a Steelers fan. Do you think Mike Tomlin is the reason that they keep on going one and done, or do you think it's something else?
I think we need a quarterback. I think if we had a quarterback, because we've got a lot of tools, and there may not be the best tools, but we've got a lot of tools. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying there.
I think the problem is we don't have a quarterback. I personally would have put time in with Justin Fields because he's a running and gunning quarterback. And in this time, you need a quarterback that can move. You need a quarterback that can run. You're looking at Russell Wilson. He ain't running nowhere. He's got to take some Geritol pills and he's got a walker. They're not going to extend out his. They're not going to extend out his contract. It was one and done, and he'll be done. But Justin Fields, you could have put some time into. And a few people have asked me about Sam Donaldson with his thing being over there in Minnesota, and I go again. He's a pocket passer. Nowadays, you need a guy that can move.
Yeah, I agree on that. I personally think that they should bring back Justin Fields. Because he already had the opportunity to start for the team, and he's got him to a 5-2 start, if I remember correctly,
Yeah.
like 5-2 start. And I believe they should have kept him in there, because because Russell Wilson, I said this a few times. I know you've heard me say this. He's just a pocket guy. He used to run the ball more, but he can't do it now that he's a veteran.
Right, he's old.
Right, and he can't run as well as he did in the past.
Right, absolutely correct, and that's what's wrong. Unfortunately, old age gets to you, and the day of the pocket passer is done. Look at Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers was a great quarterback, but again, as Russell Wilson, you get old and you don't have the same capabilities. You can't keep up with these youngsters. Daniels is a perfect example of it. All these guys are,
Yeah.
Perfect example,
Yeah, but also another topic I wanted to touch on was the Dallas Cowboys. They ended up both firing the head coach of their team, Mike McCarthy, and not only that, after the Commanders won, they become the only team in the NFC with the longest NFC championship drought in the history of the NFC. But the Cowboys now have a big coaching decision. But I've heard from many people, since I'm in an area where there's Cowboys fans, I've heard some people say that they might hire Kellen Moore, unfortunately. And I've also heard some people say Deion Sanders and other guys. Who do you think should be the Cowboys' next head coach?
I don't know who should be, but I do think that Deion Sanders will be.
Yeah.
I think Deion Sanders has rapport with them. Deion Sanders is good with Jerry Jones. And Jerry Jones, my own personal opinion, is not making the wisest decisions for the team. I think he makes more decisions for himself.
Yeah, and that's the main reason I think that they're going to go after Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore already was in the building. And remember, Mike McCarthy was the one that pushed him out in the first place. And then, because he said, and I quote this, that they were going to run the ball more without Kellen Moore. Well, look at him now in Philadelphia. Did you expect Philly and Washington to be in the in the NFC Championship game with Dan Quinn and Kellen Moore, your two former offensive and defensive coordinators? I mean, that's crazy on how this goes. Because when they're in Dallas, they suck. When they're outside of Dallas, they do good. It's just something with the Cowboys. I don't know what it is.
That's because Jerry Jones wants to run the team and not let the coach run the team. Jerry Jones wants to sit from the box or from the sidelines and coach the team. He's not letting the coach coach. He's letting himself coach. You know what I'm saying? Again,
Yeah, pretty much what that is.
Yeah,
If he wants to go in there and get the head coach, just hire Jerry Jones as the head coach. That's all I would say.
Yeah, right. Just put a puppet up there and let's get it done. But and you know I'm a Whack Prescott hater. I wouldn't say hater, but I think they pay him way too much money for what he is.
Yeah, I totally agree there. Totally agree.
There's so many other quarterbacks out there that deserve that kind of money and aren't even getting close to it. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's average at best, and you can see that because, you know, he can't even get him there. He can't get him there, and you can't blame it all on the coach. You know what I mean?
Well, we're about to return from halftime, so I'm going to let you go.
All right, Antonio.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
We'll see what happens next year. Mike Tomlin's not going anywhere. Hopefully, I get me a quarterback.
Hopefully, we'll see what happens.
And I don't think we'll re-sign Najee either.
Oh, yeah, that might be. I mean, Jalen Warren's already a guy in there. I do believe they might just stay with him.
You know I love the bowling ball.
Yep, that's for dang sure.
All right, Antonio, I'll talk to you later.
All right, talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Bye. All righty, we're about to return from halftime, so we're about to get started into the second half. So, okay, so now we're in the second half. So Josh Allen's not even thrown that many balls. He's had 7 passes, only 5 of them he's completed. Lamar Jackson, he's completed 6 of 10. But, of course, Buffalo has 3 touchdowns. 1 with Ray Davis and then 2 with Josh Allen. So we'll see what happens in the second half. The Bills are looking pretty good, but I don't want to jinx them. So the Ravens are going to have to try to come back. But the Buffalo Bills are already going to get the ball back and have a chance to add on to their lead. So we'll see what ends up happening here. And it will be returned down the seam. It's Ray Davis returning it and down to the 25-yard line. And up. Thank you. Okay, so I just had a water move closer to me. So I'm going to refill that really quick before we get started. Get you down there. All right, we're all good to go in that category. So it's 1st and 10 for the Bills at the 25-yard line. Bills trying to add on to their lead. Allen flips it back to Cook. Cook running up the seam and only going to get maybe a yard, but I don't think he got much after that. 2nd down for the Bills, but Joe Brady trying to call some plays for the Bills. They already had, they've had 3 drives with touchdowns. 3 out of their first 4 drives came with touchdowns. So that's a really good start for the Bills. Let's hope they can keep that up in the second half. So 2nd down and 9 in Buffalo. Buffalo trying to advance back to the AFC Championship game for the second time in the last 5 years. Allen has some time, throws it to the right, and it is incomplete. Intended for Dalton Kincaid, just went to the ground, but that is a quick 3-and-out forced by the Baltimore Ravens. And the Ravens will have a chance. Oh, wait, no, it's 3rd and 9. Oh, wait, what? I saw it turn from 4th and 9 to 3rd and 9. What is it? Oh, it's 3rd and 9. Okay, my bad. Computer was doing a little glitch on me. So, 3rd down and 9 for the Bills. Let's see if they can get much after this. So, they're 2 of 4 tonight on 3rd down conversions. Let's see if they can keep that going. Allen looks to throw. Pressure is coming. Nate Wiggins brings the pressure. Has to throw it, and he throws it away. No receiver in the area. That might possibly be an intentional grounding. It didn't get back to the original line of scrimmage, and there was no receiver in the area that I saw at the least. So, are they going to call that intentional grounding or not? But what great pressure brought by Nate Wiggins. Yeah, but he got outside the tackle box, so that is not going to be intentional grounding. So I think that's a good call because he got past the, he didn't get past the line of scrimmage. I think he did, but also he got outside the tackle box, so free tackle box, so that's good. And the kick is back to the to the Ravens, and Mac Hollins missed him. And Steven Sims returns it down to the 37-yard line, and that is where the Ravens will start. And Lamar needs to play mistake-free football in the second half if the Ravens are going to have a chance to come back in this game. But we'll see, of course, what ends up happening. And also be sure to send me questions of things you might have for me during this time. What is this? Green touch. Huh. That's weird. I'm not sure what that is. It's a new setting on my iPad. Not sure what it does. So, be sure to shoot me down some questions if you have any for me. It can be about any NFL team. Let me see. Other than that one. So let's see what the Ravens can do now that they have the ball. We're still waiting for commercial to return. Okay. Okay. Be sure to shoot me some more questions if you have any. It can be about any NFL team. Be sure to also like and subscribe to this channel for more content on this channel. Okay. Still waiting for commercial to come back. Oh. How do you feel about the Seahawks defense towards the end of the season once they picked up Ernest Jones and the rookie to right Snipe played well? Well, the defense, it played really well. I believe the addition of Ernest Jones really helped. So I believe the Seahawks should go out there and try to extend Ernest Jones because he is a very big piece. And they, of course, can't do that until the Super Bowl ends. So the Seahawks, I believe their first move should be re-sign Ernest Jones to that squad, get a young stud for that defense, and get another division rival player in there with Ernest Jones. So Jackson throws it right. It is incomplete, intended for Nelson Aguilar on the pass. But Ernest Jones, I like the trade that we did for him. I really did like the trade. And now I think it's a similar thing that we got when we got Leonard Williams, except it's a linebacker. I do like Ernest Jones. He needs to get re-signed immediately. I believe he should get a 2 to 3 year extension. And then go out there and get some guys in rookie, in draft, and also free agency. See what happens there. 2nd down and 10. Jackson throws. It is caught by Andrews, but it is tackled 5 yards short of the line to gain. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 5 coming up for the Ravens. And the Ravens trying to get a 1st down and trying to keep the momentum shifting their direction. So let's see if the Bills' defense can come up with another takeaway. The Ravens have not looked so good on offense as far as the early drive. Let's see if the Bills' defense can make a stand. Oh, I'll look at that in a second. 3rd down and 5. So let's see what happens here. Jackson has some time, looks to throw, throws it up the middle. It is caught by Andrews, and that's a 1st down around the 50. All right, let me go back and look at that. Who is a possible offensive coordinator that the Seahawks play calling just been awful for 2 years? Yeah, I agree with you there, Joe. I agree with you there. Well, my personal thought is go after Clint Kubiak. Kubiak is a really good guy. I'll talk about him more in a sec. Hill running up the middle. Justice Hill, 1st down Ravens. But Clint Kubiak, he was an offensive coordinator in New Orleans. And, of course, their offense was not that good. But then again, they were dealing with a lot of injuries. He came from San Francisco. I would go after Clint Kubiak. He's a guy that I think personally would change around this offense dramatically. From being not just a top 15 offense, but to maybe being a top 10 offense. If we go after Clint Kubiak. This offense could be scary with his play calling. I like what he did in New Orleans, though. Hand off to Henry, run up the right side. Another 1st down for the Ravens. Inside of the 30. Oh, I wish Kubiak came with... Oh, yeah, Taysom Hill. Yeah. I mean, I wish. That would be a good team if we got Taysom Hill. But be sure to shoot me down more questions and more comments. And be sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more content on this channel. 1st and 10 for the Ravens after a run to Derrick Henry. The longest rush today for Henry with a 12-yard carry. And Lamar flips it back to Justice Hill. Hill is brought down for a loss of 2. It is Matt Milano in there. I believe one of the 2 guys in there. And a good play by that defense in Buffalo. Oh, man, that's a good play. Shoot me out more questions if y'all have any. Be sure to also like and subscribe as well. Okay. 2nd down and 12 coming up for the Baltimore Ravens. Let's see what the Ravens can do on this play. They're in field goal range right now, but we'll see, of course, if Justin Tucker can make those kicks. Jackson throws it over the middle. It is incomplete, intended for Mark Andrews. DeMar Hamlin also back in there as well. And now bring up 3rd down and 12 coming up for the Baltimore Ravens. But we'll, of course, wait and see what ends up happening. 3rd and 12. Let's see if the Ravens defense can make a stand. The Ravens have been 2 of 3 tonight on 3rd downs. Let's see if they can convert this 3rd down. If not, they're going to have to try a field goal. And play clock's running out. It's hit 0. Play got off. Jackson has some time. He's in trouble. Massive trouble. And he is sacked. Penalty flag is down. So hold on a second. There is a flag down. Oh, it was blown dead. Delay of game on the offense. So it was caught. The delay of game flag was thrown. But that entirely rules out the entire sack. Dang it. That would have been a good sack by the defense if that had worked. But, oh man, that would have been a big sack if that had gone through. So it's 3rd down and 17 now after the penalty. That was supposed to be 18-20. I'm not sure what you mean by that, JoJo. I'm not sure what you mean by that, JoJo, on 25. 3rd down and 17. And Jackson has some time. Floats it. It is caught by Bateman. And, he got popped by number 56. I think that's Matt Milano in there. And that will force the Ravens to kick a field goal. It was Matt Milano. What a pop by Matt Milano. Dang. What a hit. That was amazing. But Justin Tucker, he has not been good from this range, but he's he's got a 47-yard attempt. Justin Tucker's not looked good this year. Let's see if he can make this one. Kick is on the way, and it is right down the middle. It is good. Justin Tucker gets one in for the Ravens, and it is 21-13 in favor of Buffalo right now. But also, be sure to shoot me down some more questions in the comments below. So we'll see what happens in this next drive for the Bills. See what happens for the Buffalo Bills. All right. But let me go back to that comment. See previous comment. Oh, okay. So see why the Seahawks coaches, the coaches of Seattle, see that Geno is not a 40 pass a game, a QB. He's a 18 and 29 pass a game kind of QB. Oh, I see what you're saying. It puts more pressure on the O-line when he is running around for 10 seconds. That I agree with that. I really do. I agree with that. It's something I've pointed to when I've talked about on this channel. I've said this for a while. Run the dang ball. You have Kanon and Charbonnet, two really good running backs in your core, in the backfield. If you run into those guys, then this offense could be nearly unstoppable. So, and I have some stats here. In Charbonnet, I had a pal send this to me, CJ. He said, he sent me this. Comparing the two in stats. Charbonnet, of course, played the most games, 17 games. Kenneth Walker had the most rushing attempts with 153, had more rushing yards with 573, with Charbonnet having 569. And then yards per rush, 4.2. Charbonnet had more touchdowns with 1, with 8. And then receptions, Kanon had 46. Receiving yards for Charbonnet, he had 340 yards receiving, 8.1 yards per catch, and a receiving touchdown as well. Also, along with a fantasy point margin on the year, 144.9. But this is what I've talked about. The Seahawks need to learn to run the dang ball. Geno's not the guy to run to. He's kind of like Dak Prescott in a way. He's kind of similar to a Dak Prescott. He can't run past that well. Like you said, JoJo, he's not a 40-pass quarterback. You need to run the dang ball to let the pressure off of your offensive line. That's what you need to start doing. And I agree with that 100%. So, Bills will get it in the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And it'll be moved up to the 30-yard line. So Josh Allen and the offense will come back onto the field. But the fires, of course, going on in Los Angeles right now. Our prayers and blessings are all to the people of Los Angeles, both the firefighters up there, the citizens, the workers up there. Hopefully, they're all okay. We'll see. Oh, Chuck Knox used to be the Seahawks coach. I know that name. Back in the day, they called him Chuck because he always ran the ball. Yep, that's a good point. I like that, JoJo. And it was a catch. It was a run, I believe, by Cook, only for a gain of 3. It was Kyle Hamilton that brought him down. He had some snow on his helmet. He had some ice on his helmet, on the side of his left side of the helmet. So let's see what the Ravens can do on this defensive stand. The Bills, they need to get some more points on the board because that lead is not going to stand much longer, especially going against Baltimore. Allen throws it, caught by Shakir, gets about 2 yards, and that's not going to be enough for a first down. That'll bring up third down and manageable for the Buffalo Bills. But also, I do believe that the Seahawks should try to go after like a sneaky wide receiver, in either via free agency or via draft. I personally would go after Isaiah Bond. Isaiah Bond or someone else like maybe a Jaden Higgins from Iowa State. One of those guys. Also, who do you think should be a draft player for the Seahawks? Shoot me down in the chat who you think should be a Seahawk player from the draft. Allen floats it out to his right. It is caught. It is, I believe, it's Curtis Samuel with the catch. That's the man that made the catch earlier. Okay. It is Curtis Samuel with the catch, and it's a first down for the Bills. Let me check the comments area. Okay, nothing yet. But, man, this is a good play. All right, 1st and 10 for the Bills at the 43-yard line of their own zone. So Allen hands it off to Cook. Cook running up the middle is not going to go anywhere and is stopped at the original line of scrimmage. So the defense of Baltimore is stepping up and stopping James Cook in this game. They're doing a really good job of stopping James Cook in the second half. They're doing a really good job at that. So, shoot me down in the comments, who do you think should be who would you want the Seahawks to go out there and draft? Let me know which player and which position. So, 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Bills at the 43-yard line. Allen takes a snap, has time, floats it. It is caught by Shakir and brought down around the 48-yard line of Buffalo. And that'll bring up 3rd down and manageable for the Bills. 3rd down and 5 to be exact. We got to draft O-line all day. We can't move anyone up front right now until a O-line unit. Yeah, I agree on that. I believe we should go after Cameron Young. I believe we should go after him. Or Cameron Williams. Whoever the other offensive lineman is for Texas. Cameron Williams, I believe was his name. So it's 3rd down and 5 coming up for the Bills. Allen floats it to the left. It is caught behind the line of scrimmage, but it's not going to go anywhere and gets brought down. And no flag for the drop after the play. It brings up 4th down and 5. Josh Allen's going to the official, seeing if that is going to be a flag. Let's see what happens. So Dawson Knox caught it and then got driven to the turf. That should have been a flag on Kyle Van Noy. I believe should have been a flag. And Josh Allen totally agrees on that. So 4th and 5 coming for the Bills, and they are going to have to punt it away again. So the Bills now have punted twice in this second half. Let's see if the Bills can keep their defense going. Let's see if the defense can stand up. And the kick is on its way. Oh, that was close to being a running into the kicker. And then, it's all bounced into the end zone. Oh, man. If there was a Bill player there, that would have been down at the 1-yard line. Highly likely. But we're going to go. It's another commercial break. So be sure to shoot me down any questions that you might have for me. It can be about any other of the teams. We'll, of course, we'll see what happens in this game. This game's been really exciting as of early. This game's been really freaking exciting. But back to the offensive lineman. I think I had a list of offensive linemen I was looking at. Let me go back to my list. Yeah, here it is. Yep, it was Cameron Williams was the guy I think the Seahawks should target. So, Ravens, you know what? I'm going to use the restroom real quick, but I'll be right back. I'm going to do a little P for the D. Alrighty, we're back. I'm going to hope that works for the Bills defense. I did a little P for the D so that way that I can help out the Bills. See if that works. Because I want the Bills to win this game. I really do. I really hope they do. First and 10 for the Ravens. And Jackson hands it off to Henry. Henry gets brought down for a gain of 7. And it's close to a first down for Baltimore, a gain of 7. But Todd Monken, he's been the offensive coordinator for the Ravens for a few years. So we'll see, of course, what happens with him because he's got a few head coaching candidate positions. So we'll see what happens with him. Also along with Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn. Second down and 3 coming up for the Baltimore Ravens. And Lamar hands it off to Henry again. And gets close to the line. I think he might be short by half a yard. And very close to a first down. And 3rd and 1 coming up for the Ravens. But Henry's apparently had more carries in the second half than he did in the first half for some parts of the year. 3rd and 1 coming up for the Ravens. Handoff, Henry, off the middle, first down and more, down inside of the 46-yard line of Baltimore. And they're still in their own zone, but they're moving the ball pretty quick. So if Baltimore gets a touchdown, they would either have to go for a 2-point conversion to tie the game or a 1-point conversion, a 1-point try to get it within a point. So let's see if the Ravens can put up an answer to Buffalo and see if they can get back in this game. And Buffalo defense trying to hold up as long as they can. First and 10 for the Ravens, and Lamar looks to throw, has some time, floats it over the middle. It is caught by Andrews, and a first down inside of Bills' territory. But hold on, there is a flag down, so might be coming back. Yep, the ball apparently might be coming back. Let's see what happened. Oh, it's a holding on the defense, so that's not going to matter. So holding on the defense, so that penalty is going to be declined. Okay, so the penalty was declined. So it'll be first and 10 for the Ravens, but it's now inside of the Bills' 42. So the Bills need to get a big-time stop here. Lamar hands it off to Justice Hill. Hill running up the left side, down to the 20-yard line, and brought down by Damar Hamlin. And thankfully there wasn't a flag thrown, because Lamar Hamlin and Justice Hill were getting into it. So that's a good thing that the flag wasn't thrown there. So we'll see if the Ravens can get back in this game. Of course, they would need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. So the Ravens have had 69 yards rushing this half. And handoff to Henry left side, and he's got first down to the 5-yard line for Derrick Henry. And he's getting the ball more, so they're moving the ball a lot more. So the Ravens get a first down inside of the red zone for the Ravens. Let's see if the Ravens can cash in on this drive with a touchdown. Let's see. All right, first and goal for the Ravens. Buffalo desperately needs to get a takeaway here. So 53 total rushing yards for Derrick Henry this half. Handoff, Henry. I think he's in. Yes. Oh, wait. Is he? Yes, he is. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown of the night. And Derrick Henry gets it in, and that's a touchdown for the Ravens. So Ravens get back in this game, but now do they go for one and make it a 1-point game, or are they going for 2? And it's looking like right now they're going for 2 to tie up the game. A 2-point try to tie the game up and to get the Ravens within possession. It's 1 minute and 37 seconds to go in the half, in the third quarter. Lamar has time, floats it, tipped in the air and incomplete. The 2-point conversion is no good. And the Bills get a big-time stop on that 2-point try. And the Bills' defense comes up bad on the touchdown, but thankfully recovers for it on the 2-point conversion stop. So it's 21-19. Buffalo still in the lead at the moment. So Josh Allen needs to step it up right now. They got to step it up right now. They have as many as an 11-point lead in going into this second half. So we'll see if the Bills can put up a response. Let me check the comments, see if there's anything down there. Yeah, and let me know if you have any questions for me down in the comments. It could be about your team. Oh, who do you want to win? I have Buffalo, but I really want Buffalo to win. I have Buffalo, and I really want them to win. Because I want Buffalo to represent the AFC. I do want them to go against Kansas City. I think they might have a better chance because they've already beaten them earlier this year. But, of course, I'll be happy with either side. I would, of course, love Buffalo more than Baltimore right now. Because the Ravens, they're either the team that can go out there and beat teams, or they're the team that's going to go out there and beat themselves. It's going to be one or the other, in my personal opinion, in that section. So we'll have to wait and see. But Detroit also got upset massively. But what is your Super Bowl prediction? Well, it was originally Lions and Chiefs. That was my original Super Bowl prediction. But now that I'm thinking about it, I might be thinking Commanders and Chiefs. That might be one that's kind of like off the radar. I do believe that is a really likely matchup. We've seen this with number 6 seeds. Remember when the Giants went against the Patriots? They were one of those times where they were the 6th seed, and they went against the Patriots and beat them. What if we see the same thing here with the Commanders? That could be a very likely scenario because Jane Daniels, he's performing all world right now. And the rookie has never made a Super Bowl in a career. So if that happens, this would be the best year for Jane Daniels. And I believe it's right now, as I'm looking at it, I think it's going to be Commanders and Chiefs. That's my personal thought on that. But what's yours, JoJo? What's yours? Just let me know in the comments. Commanders were on fire. Can they keep the pace? I think they can. They're going against Philly next week, which they beat them already once. And they beat them at the buzzer. And Jaden Daniels, he's been going off. And if that defense played like it did against the Detroit Lions, if they did that in Detroit against the Lions, imagine what they're going to do against Philly in Philly. That's going to be a very interesting game. I'm still thinking about who I'm deciding in that game. I might go with Washington to pull the upset. I might. Just because of what I saw from the Commanders this past week. But, I mean, it's anybody's game in that game. Okay. Jojo, what's yours? What's your Super Bowl prediction? I want to ask you since you asked me. I think it's going to be the Chiefs regardless as the opponent. I have mixed feelings. Yeah, I do believe the Chiefs are going to win it regardless. I don't think anybody's going to stop them. 1st and 10 for the Bills. Hand off to Cook. Cook running up the right seam. He's got some space. 1st down, James Cook. And the Buffalo Bills back on offense, and they're moving the ball right now. 1 minute and 23 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. So there's still a whole nother quarter left to be played. So the Bills got to kick it into overdrive in this 2nd half. They need to kick it to overdrive. But, I mean, the Commanders, I don't remember what ceiling I had them at in my division prediction videos. I'll have to go back before I do that again and look at them. But handoff to Johnson, brought down for only a loss of 1. So, and that will be a 2nd down and 11 play for the Bills. And one more play, one more play before the end of the 3rd quarter, with 40 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. So we're about to enter into the 4th quarter. So if you have some questions for me, be sure to shoot them down to me in the chat. So it's 2nd down and 11 coming up for the Buffalo Bills. Having a chance to get back to the championship, and Allen throws it. It is caught by Shakir, still going, but almost got there. He was very close to getting the 1st down, and that will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. So let me check on that comment. I saw it. If it were the Commanders to get to the Super Bowl, I would be excited. Yeah, I agree on that. I would like to see Bobby get another ring. Oh yeah, absolutely. That would be amazing if he did get another ring with another team. I would be so happy for Bobby. I really would. I still represent him to this day. I still have his jersey, of his throwback jersey in my closet. But we'll see what happens. But he is a class. Yeah, he's a class act. He's one of the best tacklers in the NFL. He's been one of the best players. He's probably going to be a 1st ballot Hall of Famer in my eyes. And Bobby Wagner's a 1st ballot Hall of Famer. I believe he's a 1st ballot, in my personal opinion. But also, if you have any other questions for me, be sure to shoot me down in the chat. I'm willing to take chats all day, questions all day. So let's see what I think we're about to come back from commercial. Oh wait, nope, not yet. So we'll see if the Bills can keep their lead. But another guy, I do believe that if we do go out there and get Cameron Williams, another guy I have my eyes on in the defensive side is Andrew Makuba of Texas, safety. I think Andrew Makuba would be a really good player in Seattle, and his name is really cool, by the way. I watched that game-stealing interception that he had against Arizona State. I believe Andrew Makuba could be a Seahawk player if he does go into the 2nd round, because they need another safety other than Julian Love. They need some more guys in that secondary to help out with the tackling, because that has been the main key reason that they've had losses. Hold on. Sorry about that. My pups were barking a little bit. They heard something outside. So we'll see what the Buffalo Bills can do. So we're still waiting for halftime to return. So we'll see what happens. Okay, let me see if there's any other chats. Nothing else yet. Okay. Okay. It's 3rd and 2 coming up for the Buffalo Bills. Handoff to Johnson. He is got enough. First down, Buffalo. And the Bills get a big-time first down inside of Ravens territory as well. So the Bills got a big-time chance here. And Josh Allen's been really accurate tonight. He's had 11 of 15 passes completed. And he's been looking really good tonight. Let's hope he stays that way for Bill fans' sake. We'll see what happens here. Oh. Alrighty, 1st and 10 for the Bills. Let's see what the Bills can do. And 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills. Allen fakes the handoff, throws it short. It is caught by James Cook. And going to be brought down for only a gain of 6, maybe 7. And that's going to be close to a first down, but not quite there yet. 2nd down and short coming up. But James Cook, he's been really good. And it was a gain of 5. Okay. Oh, sorry. Hold on. All right. 2nd down and 5 coming up for the Buffalo Bills. Let's see what the Bills can do here. All righty. 2nd down and 5 coming for the Bills. And a handoff to Cook. Cook running up the left side. He's got first down inside of the 40 and up to the 36-yard line. And the Bills are starting to move. And if the Bills can get a score here, that would massively help them in far as of clinching of this game. And if the Bills win, I'll be 3-1 on the week. If the Ravens win, I'll be 2 of 2 on the week. So last week, of course, I went 3-3. So let's see what happens here. So let's see what Josh Allen's got. And Allen hands it off to Cook. Cook running up to the right seam. He's got about 2 yards on that carry. And now bring up 2nd down for the Buffalo Bills. 2nd down and 8 upcoming for Buffalo. So the winner of this game will go to face Kansas City in the AFC Championship game. Buffalo trying to make it back to this AFC Championship game for the 2nd time in the last 5 years, while the Ravens are looking to make their 2nd straight AFC title appearance. 2nd down and 8 upcoming. And of course, the winner of this will be on the road in Arrowhead. So Chiefs are watching very closely. Allen throws it to his right. It is incomplete. Intended for Amari Cooper. Cooper wanted a flag for a potential hold, but he's not going to get one. 3rd down and 8 upcoming for the Buffalo Bills. And yeah, that was a little bit left. Too far left. So 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Bills. Amari Cooper comes onto the sidelines. And it's really cold and snowy up there in Buffalo. All right, 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Buffalo Bills. And Allen takes the snap, looks to throw, throws it. It is incomplete over the middle, and there is no flag. Khalil Shakir had some contact to him, but he's not going to get a flag. It's 4th down and 8. Let's see what happened on this play. Let's see. Yeah, he got there a little early. So I think that should have been a pass interference call. Or at least an illegal contact. But a kick coming up for the Bills. Tyler Bass making his first field goal attempt of the day. This is a 51-yard attempt. He made a 61-yarder against Miami. Kick is on the way, and he is good. He's got it. Tyler Bass right down the middle. And Tyler Bass gets a big-time kick, and the Ravens, the Bills now lead by 5. And, of course, now the Ravens will get the ball back. So we'll see what happens there. This is a really close game. It's coming down to the wire. Also, be sure to shoot me down with questions in the comments during each of the breaks. Okay, I'm just looking at some of my picks that I might have. Okay. Okay, let's see. It's still on commercial, so the Ravens will get the ball next. So we'll see what ends up happening here. Let me see some text here. Okay, still waiting for a commercial to come back. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see what ends up happening here. So it looks like we're about to return from commercial at the moment. And we are. So Bills, right now, they just got a field goal, so they're only up by 5. So the Bills need to get a big time stop here. And the Ravens, they need to stop the Baltimore Ravens really bad right now. So the Bills, they need to get a big time stop. Let's see if they can do what they need to do. Bills Mafia is all in the building. So lots of stands filled with Buffalo Bill fans. So Bills hoping for another AFC title game in against Kansas City. So we'll see what happens there. But of course, that game is going to be really, really close. Both these AFC and NFC championship games are going to be really close. Okay. So it'll be kicked into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. But the last drive for Baltimore was really good. They were running the ball a lot. So we'll see if the Ravens can keep this up. If they can keep what they were doing in the third quarter, if they can keep what they were doing in that quarter up. And, of course, the Bills, they need to keep this lead. They have a 5-point lead right now. And the Ravens, they've not had a turnover in this second half. So that's really good for their offense. But the Bills, they need to get some kind of stop here in the second half. But the second half, Derrick Henry's had 58 total rushing yards. Lamar Jackson floats it back to the left to Steven Sims for a gain of a few yards, and that'll bring up second down and manageable for the Ravens. I think it was a gain of 3, so it'll be second down and 7. Coming up for the Baltimore Ravens. The Bills need either a takeaway or a stop to get themselves an extensive lead with 11 minutes to go in the game. You do not want to have the ball, give Lamar the ball last. That's for dang sure. But, what's Lamar doing? Flowing out to his right. Henry's running the ball. He is close to a first down. It'll depend on the spot. It is going to be third down and 1. That was really tricky by Lamar. Floated out to his right. That forced 2 of these corners and safeties to run to their right, which left a lane open on the left. So it's third and 1 coming up for Buffalo. Let's see if the Bills can finally exercise their third down demons. Let's see if they can beat them. Right? Let's see if they can get a stop here. Let's see if the Bills can get a big time stop. Third down and 1. Handoff of the middle, and he is... I don't think he got... Oh, wait, no. Last effort, he got it. He got it. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So it's 4th and 1. It was stopped short of the line of gain. Let's see the replay again. I think it was oh, yep, it was forward motion that they sensed. They're doing a tush push, and it is got automatic. That's an automatic. Mark Andrews up in the middle is just insane. They get that automatically every time. That's crazy right there. So it's 1st and 10 for the Baltimore Ravens after a little tight end sneak by Mark Andrews. That's what I'm going to call that play, the tight end sneak. So it's 1st and 10 for the Baltimore Ravens. They've had 131 yards this half, while the Bills have only had 50-something yards. So Bills, they need to do something to get the ball back. And let's see what the Ravens can do. Jackson hands it off to Hill, but he gets snuffed. He gets gobbled up by Ed Oliver in the backfield, and the defense of Buffalo gets a big-time tackle for loss. Ed Oliver in there and gobbled Jason Hill up, or Justice Hill up. But what a big-time play by the defense of Buffalo. Let's see if the Bills can get another stop here. It's 2nd down and 11 for the Bills. For the Ravens. Let's see if the Bills can get a stop. And under 9 minutes to go in this game. Let's see if the Bills can get a stop here. And Jackson looks to throw, has some time, pressure's coming, throws it out to his right, and caught by Mark Andrews. Lost the ball, and it's picked up by Buffalo. Another takeaway by the Bills. And the defense, once again, comes up huge, and the defense comes alive in the second half. And the Bills get a big-time takeaway and stripped Mark Andrews of the ball. What a play by the Bills. Punched the ball out. It was Terrell. Oh, wait, was that Terrell Bernard? Yeah, it was Terrell Bernard with the pop out. What an amazing play by the Bills. And the Bills are only 8 minutes away from going to the AFC Championship game if they can keep this up. Oh, man. What a game we are witnessing right now. That was an amazing play. Oh, we got somebody in here. Seth Phillies. Let me see if I can get the full name. Seth Myers-Smith. Oh, Fly Eagles Fly. Yeah. Hey, thank you for being the Rams, by the way. I appreciate that. Appreciate you being the Rams. And also, I'm really hoping Philly does really well. It's going to be a really good game between Philly and also along with Washington. That's going to be a heck of a ball game. But, man, we got a really good game going on here. So, man, it's good to see a Philly fan. I respect Philly. Of course, some of their fans are a little, but some of their fans are actually pretty nice. So, I just respect Philly because they could beat the Cowboys for me. Because that's the one thing I like about them. And also, if they go against some other teams in the playoffs, then they have a good chance of beating them, especially when they play the Rams. But, man, it's good to see a Philly fan in here. Good to see you in here. So, we're about to return from commercial. Be sure to shoot me down any questions that you might have for me. If you have any questions for me, be sure to shoot me down in the chat. And we'll see what ends up happening. But, got any questions for me? Be sure to shoot them down to me in the live chat room. But Buffalo is having a really good game so far. Their defense has been phenomenal as of today. Their defense has been the main reason that they're winning this game. If that defense didn't exist, they probably are down by 2 right now, if I had to say that much. But, of course, this game is going to be really interesting. And whoever goes to the AFC Championship game is going to have a heck of a game against the Chiefs. That's going to be really tricky. Lamar Jackson always, Jackson, I respect Jackson. I respect Lamar Jackson, but some games more than others, he does tend to have games where he falls off. That's the only thing I do not like about Lamar. He is consistent to a point, but it's always the team that gets in their way. It's always the team. They run the ball to Derrick Henry, they're not going to win games. And if he throws it, it might get either stripped like we saw, and it might get intercepted. We just don't know. But it is first and 10 for the Bills. Throws it is caught by Matt Collins. The first catch today. First time we've heard Matt Collins' name today in the catching core. And Matt Collins, he's been really good for the Bills. And I believe that him and Shakir are the two really good pieces for this Bills offense. But be sure to shoot me down in the comments with any questions that you have, and I'll try to answer them as soon as I possibly can. So, all right. Buffalo got first down, so they are right now into field goal range. They have 8 minutes to go. If they get a touchdown here, I probably say it's a dagger. So first and 10 for the Bills. Allen hands it off to Davis. Ray Davis, the rookie out of Kentucky, gets a gain of 3, maybe 4. But hold on, we got a flag coming in. And it looks like from the signal it's against Baltimore. And it is against the Baltimore Ravens. Illegal use of hands to the face on the defense. It's David Ajobu guilty of the illegal hands to the face. And Matt Collins is hyped up. And yep, that is blatant. That I agree with. One game between the Packers and Lions, it was like right up in the chest. It was right up in there. If it's like right up in the face, then that's a flag. And that was right where it was. First and 10 for the Buffalo Bills. 4 penalties on Baltimore today. They've not had many penalties, but they have the most. Let's see what the Bills can do if they can cash in on this takeaway. Allen floats it quick. Coleman caught, and he holds on to it after the contact by 25. Great connection to the rookie out of Florida State. And, I mean, Florida State, they look bad this year. So, luckily, Coleman got out of there when he did, along with Jared Verse and Brendan Fisk as well. Because they probably would not have been with the Rams if they were still with this team. Okay, so, and then also, I might do a live stream of the award ceremony. I might. I'm still deciding on that. I will try and do the AFC and NFC championship game, though. So, Allen throws it caught, and Johnson stiff arms him in and gets a first down. I hope Buffalo... Oh, wait. I'm trying to see that. Let me see. I hope Buffalo beat Kansas City if they won. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I agree on that 100%. I don't think they will, though, because Chiefs have, for some reason, had the Bills' number. But, of course, I might be wrong. But we'll see what happens there. I'm going to do my prediction on Wednesday at the earliest, Thursday at the latest. So, Allen floats it left, caught by Curtis Samuel, gets a gain of 1 on the carry. And, oh boy, we got a little scuffle going on in the secondary between Matt Collins and one of their safeties. And there's still no flags thrown in the melees that are constantly going on. And, Marlon Humphrey is down. He is still hurt on the play. Let's see what happened here. Matt Collins right there. Oh, he drove his backside into the ground. It was a block. I think Matt Collins was trying to block. I think that was the problem. Okay. 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 See if there's any more chats. Also, be sure to chat me down in the comments with some questions. Anything you have on your team. Anything, any questions you have for me about your team. Anything about my team. Anything about any other teams around the NFL. But we'll see what happens for this game. But also the Cowboys. Ever since the Commanders won, I've been always thinking about the Cowboys just sleeping. I don't think the Cowboy fans are going to watch the games for half next of the year. Oh, got another one. TikTok is bad, but they never unbanned live streams yet. I mean, I've not been on TikTok at all. I'm not a TikTok type of guy. I have an Instagram account and a Twitter account on my channel's description. So be sure to go check that out. But now that the Commanders won, now the Cowboys are the only team remaining with the longest championship drought in the NFC. And I don't think Cowboy fans are going to even watch. I think they're going to be crying under their pillows for the entire offseason. I think that's what's going to happen to Cowboy fans, if you ask me. I think they'll be crying under their pillows for the entire offseason. That's what I personally think. I'm just trolling right now. I'm sorry. Ever since I saw the Philly fan, I've been wanting to go off on Dallas. Oh, man. It's always good to be a hater on Dallas. It's always good. Okay. Okay, it is, we're still waiting for the game to return from commercial. But we'll see what ends up happening here. Yeah, they do. And they swept them for the first time in a while this year. That's a really good thing. But, I mean, the Eagles, I think they right now are the most dominant team in the NFC East. I do believe the Commanders are getting up there. But as long as the Eagles have Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts, along with Nick Sirianni, they're going to be a good team. And they're going to be an over 500 team regardless with Nick Sirianni. And Marlon Humphrey is going to the medical tent, so we'll keep an eye on that. Marlon Humphrey has been a big key for this defense as of late. So that might be something to keep an eye on. It is 2nd down and 9 coming up for the Buffalo Bills. They're threatening right now. They're just outside of the 20-yard line. And the handoff to James Cook. Getting up in there, running for a few yards, down to the 12-yard line, or maybe the 11, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and short coming up for the Bills. 3rd and 1. Bills trying to punch their ticket to the AFC Championship game for the 2nd time in the last 5 years. And a run up the middle, and he has got it. There is no question about that. He got the 1st down. And that's a 1st down for the Buffalo Bills. And down to the 10-yard line, and it's 1st and goal, Bills. Another interesting Super Bowl matchup I would like to see is Bills and Eagles. That's one I would love to see. And I think if the Eagles rematch with the Chiefs, I think it's going to be a close game like we saw in the Super Bowl 57. But it's going to be a close one regardless, depending on who is in the Super Bowl this year. So it's 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills, trying to punch their ticket to the AFC Championship game. And handoff, Cook, running up the middle and close to gets about 3 yards. My Thunder is that, oh, you're an Oklahoma City fan. Nice. And JoJo's back. I've always liked the Eagles. Seahawks are still my number 1. Philly's my 2nd favorite, or maybe tied with Lions for 2nd now. Yeah, I agree with that, JoJo. I really do. I agree with that. So, Buffalo, there's 4 minutes and 21 seconds to go. The Baltimore Ravens did use one of their timeouts. So, if the Bills get a field goal, they'll be up by 8. And then the Ravens' task will be need to get a touchdown plus the 2-point conversion. And then also if the Bills score a touchdown, it's pretty much game over for the Baltimore Ravens. And you can punch the Bills' ticket to the AFC title game if they can get into the end zone. But of course, if the Ravens are forced to a field goal, this would be a really good thing. Seth, you can thank my songs for the Thunder. Yep. I was just about to say that. Allen keeping up himself. Oh, he got close. He got close. Close to the end zone, but just shy. Allen tried to run it close though, down to the 1-yard line, and it's 3rd and goal, Buffalo, and the Ravens use their 2nd timeout. If the Bills score a touchdown here, I think it's a dagger for the Bills, and a dagger through the heart of Baltimore, me personally. But my team for the NBA it would have been the Sonics, like JoJo had stated, but until Las Vegas and Seattle get another team, I'm going with I like the Golden State Warriors because of Steph Curry. That's the main reason why I'm a fan of the Golden State Warriors. But of course, they're in a bad situation right now in the West. They're currently the number 10 seed. They would be in the play-in tournament if the playoffs started today. Hopefully, they can build their way back up into the top 6 seed area. So it's 3rd and goal for the Buffalo Bills. And, it's up to 2. Allen keeping it himself, trying to get there, and is snuffed immediately by the Ravens defensive line. And it's 4th and goal. So the Bills are going to be forced to a field goal try. Or are they going to go for it? Yeah, I know. Thunder got the 1 spot right now. That's pretty good. I like that. And I do like the Thunder. I do like Chad Holmgren with the Thunder. Oh, and it explains with the username. It explains with the username. Let me go back to the chat. Yeah, it explains with the username. You have Thunder on there as well. That explains it. Okay. Okay, I couldn't see your whole username because apparently on my side it didn't show the entire thing. So, but if I click on it, that will show it for my perspective. But 4th and goal for the Bills. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Who are the top players, Thunder players this year? Well, I think Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is for sure one of those guys. And he should, I think he personally, my perspective personally, I think he should have won MVP next year. And I believe right now that and also Chet Holmgren as well when he gets back to this team. So I like this. I like SGA, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. I do like him. So Tyler Bass will come out to try the field goal. So put the Bills up by 8. So if this is good, the Ravens will need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to get back in the game and force overtime. And a field goal coming for the Bills. Bass kicks up and right down the middle. Not even close. It's good. And the Bills have an 8-point lead and are 3 minutes away from going to the AFC title game against the Kansas City Chiefs in KC. Who do Bills play if they win? They play the Chiefs. They play the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead because they didn't get the number 1 seed. So, but also, if you have any more questions for me, be sure to shoot them down to me in the chat. We're currently on commercial, and I want to take any opportunity I can to answer any of your questions that you have for me. But also, I am going to be, I believe I might be live. Let me check my work schedule, actually, for next week. Because I know I sometimes work on Saturdays and Sundays. But if I don't do the NFC Championship game, I will for sure do the Super Bowl. So, nothing yet. So, I'll be sure to keep an eye on that. If I can somehow get the NFC and AFC Championship games live streamed, I will do those. Just to give you all a heads up. I will for sure be doing the Super Bowl, 100% certain. So, but of course, this year's, what's going on with hockey this year? Who's at the top? Well, from what I know right now, the Golden Knights are leading the Pacific right now. The Capitals are leading the Metro Division. The Maple Leafs lead their division right now. And the Winnipeg Jets also lead their division as well. Just from what I know from myself. I don't know who's the number 1 seed. I don't know who's the number 2 seed. I'm not familiar with hockey right now. But I will be talking about that later on in the future. I'll be talking about that later on in the as soon as the Super Bowl ends. I will be doing mainly NBA, NHL, and MLB coverage until the NFL season kicks back up. Well, my hockey team's the Flyers. Oh, yep. Canada is kicking it. Yeah. I mean, the Oilers, they almost won it last year, coming back from a 3-0 deficit. That was really close. Of course, I'm happy my Vegas Golden Knights ended up winning the championship when they did. And especially for the city of Vegas. I did like that. Okay, we're back from commercial at the moment. So, the Bills right now are 3 minutes away from going to the AFC Championship game and going neck to neck with the Kansas City Chiefs for a chance to make a run to the Super Bowl. And of course, it'll be either Commanders or Eagles going into that Super Bowl, which that'll be interesting, especially being played in New Orleans. So, and it'll be returned by Quinton Mitchell. Mitchell returning it down to the seam and down to the 32-yard line, and that's where he'll be wrapped up. And the Ravens, they need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Oh, hang on. We got a flag as well. I think it's about 99.5% of the time it's on the receiving team. Yep, holding on the receiving team. I know whenever I see a flag on a kick return, it's mainly on the receiving team. Primarily almost 95% of the time. It's on the receiving team. Except for the I just can't believe the Ravens can't get done even with King Henry. Yeah, I know. You're telling me, JoJo. You're telling me. And I had the Buffalo Bills winning this game. I did have the Bills. Two people had them in the NFL predictions. I don't know what those two people were thinking. But 1st and 10 for the Baltimore Ravens. They need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to keep forced overtime. Jackson floats it down the left seam, overthrew Isaiah Likely by a yard. So now it is 2nd down and 10 for the Baltimore Ravens. And Bill Mafia is getting noisy in Buffalo right now. And one of my favorite fan bases is the Buffalo Bills. They are one of my favorite fan bases, other than, of course, Seattle. So, and yep, Bills and Chiefs. Yep, that's what it's going to be. So, we got an injured Bill on the sidelines. Trying to see the number. I can't see because the trainers are in the way. It looks like it's number 7. Is that Rapp? I think that's Tyler Rapp. Was that Tyler Rapp? Yeah, he landed in an awkward position. That's why he's grimacing on the ground. Yeah, I think that's Tyler Rapp. So it's 2nd down and 10 coming up for the for the Baltimore Ravens. We're going to commercial really quick. So, also, if you all want to, this is your last chance to give me any questions that you have for me, because we're close to ending this stream because there's only 3 minutes to go in the game. So be sure to shoot me down in the comments with some questions, in that. Okay, so Buffalo currently has the lead right now with 3 minutes to go. We're on commercial break right now, so we'll see what the Bills defense can do if they can stop them. Let me see about other comments. Yeah. Okay. So, Bills lost to the Ravens in September last year. Yeah, I know. And now the Bills are doing the opposite to them. The Bills are actually beating the Ravens. And I'm telling you all this right now. If the Bills go into Kansas City and beat the Chiefs, I think the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl. If they do beat Kansas City, if they beat them, they can win the Super Bowl. Of course, depending on who they face, it'll depend. So it's 2nd down and 10 for the Bills, and Lamar has time, looks to throw. Pressure is coming. He's in trouble. Running out to his right. He's got some running legs. Knocked out of bounds, and I think he might have been short of the 1st down. It'll depend on the spot. But yeah, let's see where they're marking him at. He went out of bounds, so that stops the clock. But is it short? It looks like it is. It's short. 3rd down and 1 coming up for the 3rd down and 2 coming up for Baltimore. And Bill players and Bill fans are telling them to get on their feet, and they are. 3rd down and 2. Bills 3 minutes away from going to their first AFC title game since 2020. Throws it over the middle, caught by Hill, and tackled down at the 23-yard line. Jackson trying to keep his MVP case alive. Let's see if Lamar can keep his MVP case alive. And let's see who's going to win this game. Lamar has 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Jackson has time, throws it over the middle, caught by Bateman, but only 3 to 4 yards on the carry. And now bring up 2nd down, and Bateman is slow to get up. and he is down on the field. He is grimacing in pain. So Bateman is now hurt on the play. So we'll see what ends up happening there. So it is 2nd down and 7 coming up for the for the Baltimore Ravens. I think we're going to go to commercial because there is an injured player on the Ravens. I think we're going to go to commercial. Or maybe not. They're getting him up on his feet. He's on his feet. And he's hobbling over to the sidelines. He appears to be walking okay. I think he was just a little shooken up. So, 2nd down and 7 coming up for the Ravens. And if they're going to win this game, the Ravens need to run it to Derrick Henry. They have to. If they lose this is probably to be one of the biggest disappointments of the postseason. Other than, of course, the Detroit Lions. So, 2nd down and 7 coming up for the Ravens. Ravens trying to punch their ticket. Bills trying to punch their ticket to the AFC title game. Jackson takes the snap, looks to throw, running out to his left. He's going to throw it, and it's caught. And it is, I'm trying to get the number. I think it was number 16 on the catch. And it is a 1st down it was Tyron Wallace with the catch. And the Ravens are not done just yet. So that takes us now to the 2-minute warning. And the Bills need to, they either have to get a stop and get the ball back, or they need to they'll run the clock down while they're on the offense. Remember, Ravens only have 1 timeout left. So the clock will continue to tick. Well, we'll see, of course, what happens here. But this is going to be interesting what happens here. Shoot me down in the comments if you guys have any comments for me. If you have any. Saquon is the most dangerous running back. Oh, yep. I mean, Saquon, he struggled a little bit against Washington in the game that they met up in Washington. Of course, Jalen Hurts was hurt for some part of that game, and it was Kenny Pickett that started the last bit of the game. But if Saquon Barkley goes off, then the Eagles are going to make it to the Super Bowl. I believe they will. And it's either going to be, in my personal perspective, I think it could be one of 2 things. One, it could be Eagles and Bills, and it's going to be anybody's game. Or 2, it's going to be Eagles-Chiefs, which we already saw a matchup of that in Super Bowl 57, which, of course, Jalen Hurts would now have Saquon Barkley to help him up. But, of course, the Chiefs are going to have everything in their favor. They got a good offense. They got a defense. They're going to do everything in their power to get back to the championship, to the Super Bowl. I know that much. So we'll see if the Bills can go into Kansas City and beat them. But, of course, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But I don't know what the Giants are going to do. I don't know what the New York Giants are going to do as far as, coaching, quarterback goes. They have the number 3 pick. It's either going to be Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward, or Quinn Ewers, in my perspective, that I see it. Any one of those 3. I think it's going to probably be Quinn Ewers, in my eyes. Or they go out there and tank the next season, go after Arch Manning. That's another thing I can see for the Giants. But we're in the 2-minute stretch. The winner of this game will go to Kansas City and take on the Chiefs. So we'll see what ends up happening. I'll have my prediction video out on Wednesday or Thursday. Jackson in shotgun, looks to throw, has time, throws it short. It is caught by Justice Hill for a 3-yard carry. And that'll bring up 2nd down and manageable for the Ravens. Let's see if the Bills can get a stop. And he goes out of bounds, so that will stop the clock. So there's 1:52 to go. Ravens only have 1 timeout that they can use. And remember, a field goal does them no good. They need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to force an overtime period. So second down and 6 coming up for the Baltimore Ravens. And let's see if the Ravens can get something going here. Jackson in the back. Jackson takes a snap, has time, looks to throw, throws it over the right side. It is caught by Mark Andrews, out of bounds inside the 25-yard line, and the Ravens are threatening right now. And remember, they need a touchdown plus the 2-point conversion. That's the only way that they're going to tie this game up. A touchdown with an extra point does them no good. They need the 2-point conversion. So, 1 minute and 44 seconds to go. One timeout left for the Ravens. But they're doing a good job of getting the ball out of bounds. They're pretty much going to have to pass the ball because they need to have that clock stopped. They need to conserve as much time as they possibly can. Because that's what a 2-minute drill is like. Jackson has time. Looks to throw. In the shotgun. Has a lot of time. Pressure is coming. Still looking. Throws it middle end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Ravens! Isaiah Likely. But now they need the 2 to tie the game and force an overtime period. But remember, there's 1:33 on the clock. So, oh my goodness. This is going to be insane. So, Giants need to fire Dayball for sure. Yeah. Because he doesn't have a quarterback in there. So, we'll see what happens. Of course, he has that playoff victory against the Vikings, but nothing else ever since then. All right. 2-point attempt to tie the game and maybe, just maybe, force overtime. And Lamar, can he pull off a vintage? Jackson throws it. Caught. Oh, he dropped the ball. It is incomplete. Oh, my gosh. You got to catch that ball, Andrews. Oh, my gosh. And the Ravens season might have just ended on that. Oh, my gosh. He had it in his hands. Oh, my gosh. Andrews, you got to catch that ball, my dude. Oh, my goodness. He had it in his hands. It bopped out, and oh, my gosh. What a big-time mistake by one of the great tight ends of the Ravens. Oh, my gosh. And that might have just been the play that cost the Ravens their season. Oh, my gosh. And now they have to pull the most dangerous move in all of sports. The onside kick. The most dangerous move. It's only worked a few times in the playoffs. Primarily in the Seahawks versus Packers NFC Championship game in 2014 through 2015. Oh my gosh. Onside kick attempt to keep the Ravens season alive. Now a field goal would give them the win. Oh my gosh. Onside kick to keep the Ravens season alive. Then the new onside kick criteria is the kick must be declared, so they can only declare it once. So this is their only and last chance. Ravens trying to keep their season alive, and it is recovered by Buffalo, and with that, the Buffalo Bills go back to the AFC Championship game for the first time since 2020 and will square off against the Kansas City Chiefs. And that Mark Andrews play on that 2-point conversion was what cost the Ravens their season. Unfreaking believable. The Bills expected to be in a rebuild mode, but now they go to the AFC Championship game where they'll go head-to-head against the Buffalo Bills, against the Chiefs. So, but they need one more first down to completely seal the deal. Handoff of the middle. And Johnson got it and is going to slide down. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the dagger. Yeah, exactly. What is Mark Andrews doing? So, now the Bills will square off toe to toe against the Chiefs for the fifth time this in the last few years. Each time the Bills have faced the Chiefs, they can't get past them. Can they finally break that streak in next week? Sunday at 6:30 Eastern. This game is going to have everything you need in a few. And I will highly likely do that game because it's later in the day. If I can't do the Eagles and Commanders game, I will for sure do the Chiefs and the Bills for sure. So there it is, victory formation for the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are going back to the AFC Championship game, looking for their first Super Bowl appearance since 1993, which when they was part of one when they went to 4 straight Super Bowls and lost all 4 of them. Can the Bills finally get it done? But they'll have a very high, tall task against the Kansas City Chiefs next week. Oh my goodness. And here it is. Final knee. And the Buffalo Bills are going to the AFC Championship game. What a freaking bowl game. And you can make you can make Josh Allen's MVP case now. You can for certainly make that case now. Because he just went against the man, Lamar Jackson, and beat him. Josh Allen is looking like he might be this year's MVP. And I'm really hoping he gets it. This is going to be a really good AFC title game. Chiefs, and the playoff championship week is set. It'll be the Philadelphia Eagles hosting the Commanders in Philly. And then also it'll be the Bills in Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. Oh man, those are gonna be 2 very heck matchups. Those 2 could go either way. I'll have my prediction video out on Wednesday or Thursday. But until then, I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to do me a favor. Smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Till next time, in championship weekend, I'll see you all in the next stream. Ciao for now.